with my other co-host,
OG Crunkster.
and today is episode 69 of the OG podcast. And today is gonna be special guest. We're gonna be doing our what do we call that? The um
You've already
creator
forgotten.
content creator spotlight. And today we're going to be shining over the mixer. Um, Showing love to Miss July, aka Fire Teen, someone that is shown me a lot of love. Um, Actually, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be doing this because she actually I bought my first capture card from her. That's how I met her. Um, I bought the Elgato HD60 from her off of the app 5 Mile. Um, and yeah, and come to find out when more talking with her, she was first a YouTuber, and I got her into streaming on Twitch, and she's decided to um go jump over to the mixer side of things, and she's doing pretty well. Um, so we're gonna have her a special guest today. Bezoid should be here. We got a lot of things to talk about. Lot of games are changing, it seems. But
Changing, you say?
yeah, updates. A lot of
Uh
updates.
oh.
A lot of updates. I don't know. Um I think it's gonna be. I mean, I probably am just putting this into speculation, and a lot of people are gonna say this is not a thing. But I'm going. What's up there, King? I'm gonna say this, that I feel like even in the mobile aspect, because even the game that we used to play, Hearthstone has done a lot of updates, or does a big update to change. I feel like Fortnite has a lot to do with this, because um, games are trying to make them fresh again, to maybe kind of pull them away from Fortnite, maybe. I don't know.
I'm interested to see how Fortnite has any relation with Hearthstone. That's an interesting one there.
Well, because this is what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that the games are trying to be like Hearthstone. I mean, like Fortnite. What I'm saying is because even a lot of people are playing Fortnite on mobile, due to um what do we talk about? We talk about a lot of different gaming topics. Um, Yo, Kudo with that raid. Um, what I'm saying is like a lot of people are playing Fortnite, either be on mobile or console, right?
Hmm.
So what they're trying to do is they're trying to make their game new and fresh to maybe pull them back into to their game for a little bit to make them more relevant. I'm not saying like
Okay.
trying to be like Fortnite. I'm saying like, oh, let me go read down Hearthstone and see what the new thing is. Oh, let me go re-download this and see what this is. Maybe I'll end up playing this for a while. That's what I'm saying. Not necessarily saying like Hearthstone is going to be like a battle royale kind of thing. What I'm saying is they're trying to do anything to get people's back into attention to get back into their games, because a lot of just people are just
Okay.
playing Fortnite. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Um, but without further ado, it's okay, Fire Team. You just come in when you're ready. Um, Everybody, that's Miss July, Fire Team. Um, the Fortnite mob sucks. What do you mean the Fortnite mob sucks? I don't understand what you're trying to say. Look like you had trouble typing there. Anyway, um, just come in when you're ready. I'm in. Yeah, you gotta come into the voice chat when you're ready. You gotta come into the podcast voice chat. You mean PUBG? I don't know. Everybody has their own style of. I actually like PUBG. I just wish it played better on console. But anyway, OG. I know we kind of started off a little bit in the topic. But how was your week, man?
That was good. As you obviously know, I got into Final Fantasy 14. Me and your boy Handy kind of did a little bit of grinding, and it was a lot of fun. I think one day we're probably gonna start doing some dungeon raids just to see how it's like and all that. And but it was cool. Really getting into that. So, and I kind of like the Final Fantasy 14 community because there's a lot of people that kept just kind of joining up with us, and we were kind of just setting up different squads, just killing different fates or whatnot. So all of us were able to grind pretty well. It was pretty cool. And then we actually had a higher level person want to join our little party so that we could kind of get experience together. So that was a lot of fun. And of course, Handy was getting like twice the experience I was the entire time,
We can't.
which
We do not know why. Like OG, we get like 2,000 XP, and I would get like 6,000, 7,000.
It depends on your levels. If your level is closer to whatever fate that you are in, it gives you more.
Oh.
Also, being in FC, a guild,
Yeah.
being in the FC and they having the buff up,
Yeah.
also grants you more.
But I no offense to you because I know you were busy and whatever. But I had no XP boost. Actually, you had an XP boost from your guild, cause I saw your boost thingy. It was over your name. Thank y'all for thank you for the biddies. 20, 30, 40. Thank you for the biddies. Are we doing another biddy war? Oh my Jesus! Yesterday was
Also, one thing is, Handy might have rest days. When you log off from Final Fantasy 14, you should log off in a city. As your character is offline, he gets rest XP. So when you go back and you see like a little blue bar or a red bar, that means you get double XP until that bar is up. So that could be the reason why, because Handy started before you OG, and so he's been in the city just resting. And so when he came back, he could be getting more because of that reason.
Yo, no offense, Tommy, bro. I don't do that. T-Money Lakers! Welcome to the Kill Cam squad. Oh, wait, is this T-Money? Where we chill and we kill and we have no drama. Is this T-Money from Grandpa Stream? T-Money, you be changing your name too much, bro. If that's T-Money from Grandpa Stream, I got you, T-Money. That's another prodigy. Whether it be Call of Duty or what, that's another prodigy. But anyway, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun though. We did enjoy our little leveling thing that we did. It was pretty cool. Plan on getting back into it probably Monday when I'm off again because my schedule officially changes as of this weekend. So I'll be off or next week I should say. I'll be off on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So that's going to be interesting to have 3 days off. So we'll kind of see how that goes.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, so by the way, T-Money, so since you're not the person I think you are, unless you like come in the channel and hang out and I know you, I don't just do follow for follows, man. We're also gonna be talking about that in the stream today. A little bit of stream etiquette. Yeah, I had to bring that.
Team.
Yeah, she's here and she's ready. Hello. She's eating waffles. What is up, Fire Team?
I'm like halfway through, but it's okay. I'll mute here and there.
It's all right. It's all right. You didn't bring none for the whole class, so I'm kind of salty. No, I'm just kidding.
You should have texted me. I would have definitely driven you some, or like Uber Eats it.
It's all right. It's all good.
We also just went to Waffle House and did the podcast there. I'm just saying.
Wow.
That would have been perfect. We could
see.
Love. We could do some like trailer reactions and all that.
Yeah.
That'd be dope. Dope. How are you doing, Fire Team?
Pretty good. I'm a little tired. I went to Nyosa last night with my family and
did
the boyfriend.
Did you see the crazy lady that everybody's recording?
Yeah.
You saw her? No way!
All over Facebook, and then she was just there in front of Marisa Totias. She was just in front of there, and I was like, is that her? I was like,
yeah, my wife was showing me her, and I'm like, oh my Jesus. For anybody that doesn't know, San Antonio around this time of year does Fiesta. And it's a big Oyster Bake is a big celebration we do every year. Well, this one is like what the 300, like the 300.
Yeah, it's the 300, so there's gonna be a party all year.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
everybody's just getting like chocolate wasted. Um, it's pretty crazy.
I like strawberry, but you know,
Yeah,
chocolate
strawberry
works.
chocolate wasted. However you get wasted, but yeah, and there's this lady. Everybody's been recording because she's just been getting like crazy wasted and just acting a fool. She's like all over Facebook, all over social media. Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's
Yeah,
pretty
my
funny.
coworkers have been showing me that too, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. This lady's like on a whole other level, man. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh my Jesus. I've never been to Fiesta only because, like, man, yeah. Well, if I say that, I'll be probably considered racist, DB. But
No,
yes,
don't go there. Don't.
yes, yes. So I won't be saying that, but yes, I will just nod and agree. But yeah. So basically, if anybody doesn't know what um, Fiesta is or what they're representing, it's representing when basically celebrating our independence from Mexico. I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it is. I didn't really always pay attention to school when that stuff came about. DB said, I'm not racist. I hate everybody equally. Well, I mean, yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, there you go.
Well, yeah, you know. Yeah. Fire Teen, how's your week been?
It's been good. I've been working a lot, so I had to work the God of War launch. That was a good experience.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been working a lot of launches. I think the
Nice.
craziest one I've worked so far was probably it's like in between Call of Duty World War II and God of War because they were both equally insane.
Which one's been better though? World War II or
Um,
God of War? Which one's been more hype?
More hyped. I'm pretty sure the most hyped one was Destiny 2. That was
Yeah, that
really
Really?
was.
hyped.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
that's fire.
like we had two people dress up. They
Nice.
were like dressed up in like hunter outfits, and that was really cool. And so they were like, "Oh, Destiny 2," and then like 2 weeks later, they're like, "I want to return this," and I was like, "Okay."
Nice.
But
Nice.
yeah, God of
Nice.
War was pretty fun. My boss, he's bald, so he actually like painted his face white and did the Kratos. He like dressed up like Kratos. It was pretty
Nice.
sick.
Nice. Did you Instagram it?
No, I was on the clock. I didn't want to take out my phone.
Oh, look at that. You're such a good worker. You need to tell the rest of the workforce that does not do that. Man, that's cool though. And for those that don't know, Fire Teen is Miss July. We're just used to calling her Fire Teen. But she is over there on Mixer and she's enjoying and having a good old time. And for those that also don't know, she also works over at Beloved GameStop. Um, for those,
Yes.
yeah. So
She get the inside.
yeah, she gets the
Yeah.
inside.
I
Definitely.
mean, I get a lot of inside.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Like, you guys know the new Spider-Man game that's coming out?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're not gonna reveal the statue or like the DLC packs until the summer. That's what I've been getting emails about.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man. So how far ahead do you hear like your everyday news?
It just they send us emails every day, so it's just a matter of when I log into them. So hopefully tomorrow I'll get more emails about something. Like they'll let us know, like, hey, this is now available for pre-order. Like as soon as Spyro got announced, like we got an email like, hey, it's available for pre-order. Or
Nice.
when World War II was saying like, hey, if you're having trouble like getting codes for like the private beta, like here's the SKU for the backup codes if people really need it. And so we would be able to know how to deal with a situation like that
Wow.
and be able to pitch it and be able to like sell the game.
So do you get the line that you get? Do you like sometimes know information and been told you can't give it to the public yet?
Yeah, I've been told that, especially for Destiny 2. like when the Osiris raids were coming back, they actually emailed us saying that they're coming back, but hinted, don't say that it's the truth. So I would have to pitch the game like really rough.
Do
So
you
it
So
was.
go? Do you
go
like
ahead.
pitching? Do you like pitching or is
I do. I'm just so used to being persuasive that like it's kind of a catch on. I don't know. Remember Handy? Like I was always that talkative, persuasive person.
Yeah, I know you would persuade me to do a lot of things.
Handy TOS, TOS, handy TOS. But um, I'm so used to calling you Fire Team. This July, I'm gonna get used to it though.
It's
So do
okay.
you have like any news about or being told not to give any news for like things like Call of Duty?
So we've only heard most of the things that like everyone's been hearing that there's no campaign. Jason Blundell is leaving after this Black Ops 4. And I think this is a rumor, but I read it in an email. It's a rumor. They even quote put it in huge font that this is a rumor, but apparently it's supposed to be set in Iraq 2017. That's what they were saying.
Whoa.
Man,
That's what they said. It's a rumor, but I'm not 100% sure. I could be completely wrong, and they could go back to jetpacking. I do not know.
this kind of makes me excited because this is what I said needed to happen for Call of Duty. Not that I want to go battle in Iraq, but said it needed to be in a like what's going on, like well, what went on, kind of like, you know,
More current, more
more
modern.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
If you think about it, the tagline is "Forget everything you know," because we're used to like the future. So maybe we're going back in time again.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well,
I don't
that's a
know.
good theory there.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but it's a rumor, so I don't know if it's true or not. I could be completely wrong,
Are you?
and then I apologize if I am wrong.
Oh no, you're fine. We just be like, oh, she works at GameStop. No, I'm just kidding. She just pitched us to get us. She pitched us to go get it, us to get the pre-order.
It's only $5 down, man. $5 down. That's
I
it.
know, but it's so much easier. And unfortunately, it's so much easier for me to just pre-order it from my machine. Unfortunately.
Yeah. And then I know we've been pushing Red Dead a lot because there's been rumors of a collector's edition. So we've been pushing that as well too.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a question for you. A really
Yeah.
good question. It's collector's editions for a lot of games, and I've seen games that have like $200 collector's edition. Do people actually buy those?
You'd be surprised. We had a
Really?
Yeah, so we had this one lady. This is how I got my God of War copy. So this one lady, she bought the console, the God of War console. That's $400 right there, and then she also bought the Stone Mason edition. So that came with the statue, the cloth map, and they both came with the game. She didn't want both the games, so she traded in the one game. I bought it because I got it pre-owned, but
All right.
but like she was a huge God of War fan, so she like went all out and she spent a good solid like almost $600 just on all God of War stuff she got.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
My
I always
go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say my friend for my birthday once. You know this friend, OG. He actually bought me the collector's edition of Advanced Warfare, and it came with like all this like extra stuff. It was like
Yeah.
$120 something. It's crazy.
Mhm.
It's crazy. Oh my Jesus, Wicked Fury, welcome back. Oh my Jesus, it's been a while. Uh, but yeah, people do buy that stuff. It's crazy though. I've never spent my own money on it, but I mean,
200.
I think if you're like really driven to a game, like if you're a huge fan of that game, I think you should definitely go for a collector's edition.
I agree. I've always been the collector type. So since I used to work at a collectible store, I mean, obviously that kind of fits me anyway. But yeah, like if it's something I'm hardcore into, I'll buy the collector's edition. That's what I used to do with all the older Final Fantasy stuffs. You know what I mean? I get like the soundtracks and all kinds of extra craziness, and I'll spend the extra $100 to get it. I don't care.
mm,
Yeah.
when
Like
you
I know the only collector's edition I'm looking forward to is We Happy Few, but it doesn't come with the game, but they have a lot of nice stuff for it.
We Happy Few, what is that?
I've
Is
heard
It's
of that.
it's like a survival horror game. It's
mm,
really good. It's set in like 1960s. And so it's really good. If you haven't looked it up, just take a quick Google search.
Oh,
Yeah,
I will
I've heard of it.
Google searching later. Um, I'm actually excited. I don't know. It's just me, but we won't drop into this yet. But since we're talking about games coming out, I just recently heard about H1Z1 dropping on the PS4 May 22nd. And the beta is you can sign up for the beta now. I'm pretty excited about that. Just because that's actually got me into battle royale games. I used to watch a lot of H1Z1 videos, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Probably gonna be buying the skin pack that's gonna come with the early access. Be throwing my money at the screen at that. So I'll probably be streaming that too. We'll see what happens. But I'm pretty excited about that. So Bezoid, I know we haven't asked you, but how was your week, man?
Well, last week was pretty rough because I had no internet for about 4 days. And so I missed the cast last week, and I missed most of the competition on your stream. So last week kind of sucked, but this week is getting a whole lot better. I've gotten into some good games, including God of War, which is a 10 out of 10 in my book so far, and getting better. The game, the fighting style started off a little different.
Weird.
I won't say weird. It just felt different.
He felt human. I would say he looked like
he felt human. And he is just getting better and better as the game goes on, and you unlock way more fighting styles and things you can do and craziness. And so, oh yeah, that game is amazing, and the storyline is just it's drawing me in.
Like I said last week, I feel like God of War, or it wasn't last week. It was the week that you wasn't there. I said that I feel like God of War storylines could actually compete with Final Fantasy storylines just because of the way they draw you in and want to continue to keep playing the game.
I'll tell you why. I can tell you why.
Why?
The thing that God of War has going for it, and what makes it appealing, like a Final Fantasy storyline, is it can reach into the mythologies of Greek mythology and Norse. So you got the storylines from there already, and then it's integrating its own version of their storyline. So you really got a lot of content that you can use, and a lot of characters and a lot of stories that they can pull in there.
Definitely. Crew Dog said, I hope that the transition is better than the PUBG transition. Well,
He's talking about H1Z1.
H1Z1, yeah. Give you a little insight before we dive into it. They openly said, hey, if you want 60 frames per second on this game, you're gonna have to play it on the PS4 Pro. It's on their flyer, so you won't get 60 frames per second, but you'll probably get 30 frames per second on the regular PS4. But they said for sure you'll get 60 frames per second on the PS4 Pro.
And you got to show me when you signed up for that beta. I want to sign up.
I'll show you. I actually, you know who sent me the link to sign up for it? Dark Angel.
Nice.
So, actually, you can go through my Twitter feed, because I shared it on Twitter. You go to my Twitter feed, and click on that link, and it will take you to it, and you can sign up. I'm actually really excited because, like I said, it's what got me into Battle Royale. It's what's Yo, Stoudemire 23 with that resub. Let's go. Let's get it. Man,
I wish I had a helmet so I could hit my helmet.
I know, right? But I feel like if I had a helmet on my head, people would take it the wrong way.
What do you say? Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get it. Oh, my Jesus, man. Thank you so much, Stoudemire, man. You're awesome, bro. Yo, I know that made him laugh. What's good, though, man? I saw you playing World War II last night. That's pretty awesome. Welcome back to the COD community. The COD community misses you, man. Um, but definitely, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I think I don't. Of course, it's not gonna overtake Fortnite, but it's going to be something a nice break from Fortnite. Um, um, and I feel like finally, PUBG is gonna have something that's gonna like be competitive to them. Cause right now, as far as like a realistic type, um, like a realistic looking, I won't say type, but a realistic looking type battle royale game is not out for console. So really, and it's the only, and Xbox has PUBG, and now PlayStation's gonna have Fortnite. Because if you think about it, PlayStation only had, I mean, not Fortnite, H1Z1. If you think about it, PlayStation only had Fortnite, so it's gonna be pretty interesting. I'm pretty excited to see what happens. Um, um,
It's almost like the battle of the consoles.
yeah, exactly, and yeah, exactly, and that's kind of like what we do at Fortnite on my channel right now. Cause I play, let's see, um, I play Xbox on Monday, PlayStation on Tuesday, and then Xbox on Thursday. I mean PlayStation on Thursday, and then Xbox on Friday. And what we try to do is we try to see which squad can get the most wins. With the stipulation is I get to play on both teams. So
Right.
right now, PlayStation's in the lead 2-1. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
could agree with you on that 100% because I play with my friends on PlayStation and Xbox on Fortnite. We get so many victories on PlayStation, but when we hop on Xbox, we get demolished
it's
very easily.
see, yeah, it's crazy. It all depend. It all depends because I know if I play with just DB on Xbox has over 800 wins. I know.
Jesus.
Yeah. I know if I play with him and Crew Dog, I know I'm gonna get some wins. Um, like I could just pretty much Drake the situation and just sit there and
Right.
just heal myself. And I know
Yeah.
it's, but I like, I don't know. It's hard because I like I like playing with PlayStation, especially right now, because I feel like I said right now I feel like PlayStation's more hungrier than Xbox because Xbox has been winning every week, and so I feel like Xbox is burnt out. Um, so I feel like we're gonna take it this week.
Yeah.
PlayStation is.
I
PlayStation.
do have a question though.
What's up?
So, do you ever think PlayStation and Xbox would team up to go against PC?
I would like it to, but PlayStation doesn't want to because PlayStation is winning.
Mm.
PlayStation getting the. I don't understand how they're winning. Doesn't make sense to me because it's a free to play game, and they're all getting the same amount of money from V Bucks.
B.
Huh? Oh, I thought Bezo was talking.
I
But
was like, oh, he's back.
yeah, me too. I was like, what? B? What? No, but anyway, so
I'm back. I'm sorry.
I don't think as much because PlayStation's winning the console war as far as like um exclusives and stuff like that. So I feel like PlayStation won't let that go. It would be
Yeah.
nice though, but
Mhm.
it would
Are you talking
definitely
about crossplay?
crossplay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know why?
yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
well, we was talking about this on True Dogs thing.
yeah.
PlayStation, Sony said because back when PS3 and Xbox 360 was the main console, Sony was saying, "Hey, let's crossplay." Microsoft was saying, "We're winning." Nah, no. And so now that Sony is winning, they said, "Well, we're going to do to you what you did to us. Ha, we're winning. Go somewhere." And so that is they're both acting like kids, and somebody needs to tell both of them to grow up. That's all it is.
Right.
But you can't blame Sony for doing what Microsoft has done in the past. You can't really do that.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God, here we go, Mr. Crew Dog.
PlayStation is gonna win this year. God of War is out, and it's right now like 10 out of 10 for Game Informer, and then Spider Man. That one just
Yeah.
Yeah,
expensive.
Spider-Man alone. That game looks so amazing.
And
Uh,
I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan, but I mean, I'm leaning towards that collector's edition for some reason. I don't know why, but it's very intimidating for
I
me.
feel like I feel like this is gonna be the Spider-Man game I've always wanted. Um,
That Spider-Man game has been awesome.
because I've played all the you know, well, of course, my freaking streams are, you know, around superheroes. I've played every Spider-Man game known to man, and
Hmm.
I've just never been like, oh my Jesus, and I feel like this is gonna be the one. So I'm definitely gonna buy it. Um, Super excited for it. Um,
Screw Dog, you know they could say the same thing about the PS3 and the Xbox 360.
yeah,
That literally was the opposite.
yeah,
PS3 was actually
yeah.
better spec
PS3, yeah, PS3 had the better specs.
than the
Just,
Xbox 360,
just,
but
That's true.
and Xbox 360 didn't want to cross-platform then. So you can actually say it's the same thing. So
yeah,
it's like tit for tat right now. Can't do that.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Because it was just, I don't know why. I don't know. I think it was because of the games. I don't know why 360 won that war. Because and we've said this before, it's not about the specs.
Oh, I can tell you why they won that war.
War.
Xbox won that war because of the original Xbox.
Uh,
Xbox won that war because the original Xbox and the original Xbox had a lot of great adult games, from Halo to Gears. It was a lot of games that was geared towards adults rather than the PlayStation side, who was coming out of the PS1 and PS2 era, which had games like Bouncer, and it was more tailored to the
Yo,
story.
Christy with that 10 viewer rate. Let's go. Let's get it, man. Y'all are so hyped today. Again, another hype day. Let's go. Thank you so much, Christy. Man, I hope you guys are doing well. I mean, I don't know. I've never bought a console for specs. Like, I've never bought a console for specs. I
But see,
always go ahead.
that's where Microsoft went
Mhm.
left. See,
Yeah.
Microsoft originally, the Xbox was based on hardcore FPSs, and that's what drew the adult attention. If you go back and you look at the sales, the people who really bought Xboxes a lot was older gentlemen
Yeah.
versus the more younger crowd that the PlayStation had from PlayStation 1 and
Yep.
2 that kept going on.
Yep.
But PlayStation went the route of better games, while Xbox went the route of better specs.
Yeah.
And what was going on is the older guys saying better specs over here, better specs over here. And then they started realizing, well, we don't got nothing to play. And then they gravitated over to PlayStation, but it switched because the kids started listening to the older guys saying, "Oh, the specs is over here." So kids went to Xbox, and older gentlemen went over to the games,
Yeah.
and that's what happened. So that's where we are now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say this. You want to know what got me into Xbox was the Halo competition. You know, like the Halo competition.
I did not say that, Kudo.
but I am gonna say this. Since we're speaking about consoles and everything, and I really don't have much to say, and we could jump into this side quest. Yo, the Bree Man 718 man, what's good, man? And it's just a side quest thing before we really jump into the stories, because I know we're kind of all over the place right now, but it's all good. Um, Xbox just announced a partnership with Discord. Um, so
Boom.
yeah. So now
Oh, that's right.
instead of using Xbox Party Chat, you're gonna be able to use Discord. They haven't really given a lot of information if what's going to be available, but I'm letting you guys know now, Xbox Squad, when this comes available, this is what I'm using at all times. I'm excited about this. Why that is big for my community. We all Fortnite players play Xbox and PC. Man, see, it's big for me because I actually enjoy Discord better than PlayStation Party than Xbox Party, mainly because of the consistency and of the connection, and two because um Man's Customs with that host, man. Thank you so much. Let's go. If you're looking for custom made controllers with paints or graphics, go check out BreeMansCustoms.com.
Hey.
Yeah, definitely. He's a cool dude. I've known him for a while. Um, but the main reason why I like Discord for gaming parties is because, you know, sometimes you have that one loud person that's like louder than anybody else, and you could totally like just turn him down a little bit without offending anybody. So I mean, you know, and that's what I enjoy. And you could do a lot of other things too, but like that's the main reason why I would love it to. I would love to fully switch um, the party system for both consoles over to Discord. But I mean, I understand why. I understand why people don't do it at this point in time because a lot of people have to wear two headsets, and a lot of my viewers don't like doing that. So, you know, it doesn't bother me. But now that Xbox is making a partnership with them, it's gonna be pretty awesome. Which I mean, it's Microsoft. It goes hand in hand. I just wonder. I wonder, and this is gonna be for you, Miss July. I wonder what it's going to incorporate with Mixer with it. It's gonna be pretty interesting.
I mean, they've already done a lot to Mixer already as it is. When I first joined it, I thought it's okay, it's just going to be like Twitch. If anything, I'll go back in a month. I'll try this for a month. But Mixer's actually a different community. They're more focused on the people and making a bigger community than just the streamer itself.
Nice.
And I think that's a little weird to explain.
No,
Like
no,
the,
no, no.
yeah.
It goes back to what I've always said.
Yeah.
If we help all each other grow, it helps the company grow, right? Instead of like, you know, and because I've never, and still to this day, I've never been somebody to sit there and say, well, I'm not helping this person because, you know, I don't want, you know, no, I'm all about helping the next person because even if it doesn't help me grow, it helps Twitch grow as
Right.
as a company. And if Twitch grows, I automatically win. You know what I mean? It's a win.
Mhm.
It's a win. So I totally get that. You know, I think that's really cool. I will say this: Mixer has pretty cool, um, like the hype zone. That stuff's pretty interesting.
Yes.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
How they do that blows my mind. Um,
Yeah, so the way it works is we have a PUBG hype zone, we have a Fortnite hype zone, and then they're adding another one called a chill zone. And that they're gonna put like the chillest streamers on there, like the ones who are laid back, relaxed, like they're gonna host them and give them a lot of viewers. So for the PUBG and the Fortnite, let's say we're playing Fortnite, us four, we're playing Fortnite, we're in the top 10, we're about to get a victory, and they will just rate us. They'll give us probably 200, 300 viewers in our stream to cheer us on to get our victory. And that's a good opportunity for you to get more followers, build more of a fan base, and for you to meet a lot of other people. I
right.
got in the hype zone once, and it
Nice.
was really insane. I was scared. I was freaking out. I did not know what was going on, but we ended up winning because it was pretty scary. But people were like GG in the chat and all that. Like everyone was really positive. Of course, you have that one kid in the chat who says like, "Ah, oh, that's nothing." But I mean,
Yeah.
everyone is just very positive on Mixer. Everyone is very positive.
That's what's up. Yeah, actually one of the head guys over at PAX, for Mixer, actually was talking to me, and was trying to get me to come over, and I was like, I'm not doing it. Can you give me a heads up? What Mixer is? Mixer is another streaming service, kind of like Twitch, but it's actually owned by Microsoft. Um, but it's basically their main pull that everybody goes over to Mixer for. is there's practically hardly any delay. Like, like right now, like say for instance, if I was to talk right now and you was to count for how many seconds it was for you to see that. Yo, Miles! Hi! Welcome to the Kill Cam Squad, where we chill and we kill and we have no drama. Definitely, so basically there's no delay. Thank you for that, now again, this is not to get anybody to jump over or whatever. I show content creator spotlight to all platforms, whether you be on YouTube, whether you be on Twitch, whether you be on Mixer. I've owed this to Fireteam for a long time, aka Miss July, because like I said, if it wasn't for Miss July, I wouldn't even be streaming at this very moment. This is actually all because of Miss July. So shout outs to Miss July, aka Fireteam. This is all because of you. You're awesome, Fireteam.
I'm actually trying to get her to stream on both. I'm trying to get her to come back and be Mixer and Twitch.
You hear that, Fireteam? She's probably eating waffles at the moment.
Eating waffles at the moment.
Hey, eating's very important. We have priorities.
Yes, it's only Crew Dog thinks that way. We know what Crew Dog reads in his bathroom.
Oh God.
But without further ado, let's go ahead and start off with some. Actually, well, to sum up my week, I'm gonna tell you like this: my week was cool until I hurt my foot. I actually hurt my foot the day before I was actually playing with OG. Don't know how, don't know what I did, but I sprained my arch. And that's really weird for somebody that doesn't walk to sprain their arch, but it happens because I use my foot a different way than because I pushed from the top of my foot. So even though I pushed from the top of my foot, it still makes my foot it still hurts my arch. So I've been dealing with that. So I've actually been having to take breaks from gaming. But other than that, my week's been pretty cool. But let's go ahead and jump into some news story. I don't know if OG wants to go first or Bezoid. I'm gonna leave that up to you guys.
I'm gonna let OG go first.
All right, OG, drop us with some knowledge, sir.
This is really more of an update thing because I'm really into this, and I'm probably going to be playing a little bit when this happens. And apparently, I'm finding out this is the second time they've done this, but Monster Hunter is having their second Street Fighter crossover soon.
Yes.
Yeah, Sakura. So basically, May the 3rd, through a certain amount of quests, you can gain a bunch of Sakura armor. So if you're a big Street Fighter fan, and I kind of like this because I think the Sakura and the Ryu uniform kind of looks like what you would wear in Monster Hunter anyway, so it kind of matches. I'm actually sad that I missed the Ryu one when it happened because I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, if you're into Street Fighter and you play Monster Hunter, May 3rd, log in. I think it's May 3rd in the evening. So if you're in Central Time, I think it starts at 7 p.m. And you'll be able to participate in the challenges that you could do to unlock the Sakura gear. So I'm really hype about that. I've always been a big fan of crossovers and Street Fighter crossovers with just about every game known to man, even in the mobile platform. They're everywhere. Even though their main game is not that much hype anymore, at least they still have a fan base to where everybody wants a piece of Street Fighter, so they have a lot of collabos. That's really what's keeping them alive at this point, is the collabos. But I'm hype about it. I'm gonna try to get the Sakura gear. And it'll get kind of a way to get me a little more into Monster Hunter and maybe take a break from Final Fantasy 14 for a few days. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, I'm really happy about that. What do you think about that, Beasley? I think you kind of knew about that already.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting on it ever since the Ryu outfit.
So did you actually get the Ryu one, by the way?
Yes, I have the Ryu outfit.
Cool.
And Terran has the Hadoken that you can actually do as an emote.
Oh, nice. That's sweet.
Yeah, yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's a little trollish because you can actually hit your teammates, but
Uh-oh.
we all know Terran being the troll that he is. Um, it's actually pretty cool. I do like the crossover things that they do with the game. Um,
Mhm.
Very nice with it. I did miss the Dante. I think I can still get it though. From the Devil May Cry crossover.
Oh, they had Dante too. I didn't even know that. Huh.
Yeah. A couple weeks back, they had the Dante around the Devil Joe time frame.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, I'm so looking forward to getting Sakura. I've been waiting because if everybody who knows that watched the stream knows that my character is a woman based on from my daughter. Um, she's a
Mm.
woman, so she was having a Ryu skin, and she's like, "Wait, why is she just like a guy right now?" And now she can
Right.
actually go and then have the soccer outfit, which is pretty cool. So,
That's legit. Yeah.
I haven't even grinded. I haven't even grinded that far into Monster Hunter to get all that stuff yet. So
you can actually do the event at any time.
okay.
Yeah, the events it's under its own section that is under its own journey section. You know how you join somebody or you host your own stage. It's a one called events that you can just join, even if you're not further at the end of the game.
Oh, okay. All right. That's what's up. I may jump into it. Just get some gear, get some cool stuff. Definitely. And don't worry, Miles. I saw you. I saw that. Definitely, man. If you need any information or anything, just DM me. Whether it be on you can find me anywhere, Twitter, wherever, Mixer, and Discord. You'll find me on Mixer. You can find me on Mixer, but I don't stream there. I'm mainly just on Mixer to go support Miss July. Definitely. That's what's up though. I'm definitely like I said, my main turn off with Monster Hunter is not the game. It's the controls. I don't know. Like I have a hard time. Like I don't know. I'm just used to Final Fantasy like healing, being able to heal, and like the animation thing, like drives me nuts, and I have to like learn to like run away and heal, and
Oh,
so
on
I.
a side note, well, since he's bringing it up, I've had to resurrect Handy a lot. Final
Oh,
Fantasy 14.
hey! In my defense, we were having a hard time with the targeting system for some reason. Like it was acting really buggy for some reason. It would target, and then it wouldn't target, and then we would hit, and then my target would go away. Like it would, and then I would like try to log on the target, and then it wouldn't lock on the target. So I don't know.
Yeah, that was kind of an issue. I will agree with that.
Maybe Bezoy can enlighten us on that because he's a Final Fantasy veteran on 14, but I don't know. To me, the targeting system on 14 seems buggy. Um,
Oh, wait. You got two different targeting. You got hard lock, you got soft lock. Hard lock actually makes it so you can strife and it definitely stays on that character that you got to lock on.
right.
And then you got the soft lock for people like a tank. Um, is so you could keep switching between your enemies because the tanks have to hold everybody's aggro. So they switch a lot. So that's why it's had two different locks on there.
Okay.
Also, for a Monster Hunter, see the thing you gotta get used to, Handy, and because you use the same type of weapons I use, the dual blades, you should make a build that helps you heal yourself as you attack. That's what I did.
Yeah.
If you went after Valhazak, you can get a outfit based on his parts, where every time you hit the enemy, you're healing. That way, you won't have to run away and heal. You'll be healing yourself as you attack. That leaves you in the battle more. So, those are things that might help you get back into.
Yeah, definitely. But it's gonna take me a while to get all that gear though. You know what I
No,
mean?
not really. Just take you time. Well, actually, you gotta get to a game so you can fight that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it can be done.
Definitely. For sure. So I'll definitely try to get some. What character is this? Cause I was kind of sad I didn't get the right.
Sakura.
Oh, okay. So I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
I probably do if
So
I see.
Sakura, she's the
You
wannabe
know
Ryu,
who
basically.
you know who she is.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about. Never mind. I know who she is.
No,
I
she's
know.
legit. She's cool.
Yeah, she's been in Street Fighter.
Street
She's the one
Fighter
with
is
the
actually what's her
schoolgirl
debut.
outfit.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, I'm excited about that. I'm pretty sure your woman's gonna be trying to get that too, right?
Oh yeah, I mean she plays more than I do, so I'm sure she'll have it before me.
Yeah, I know she was on last night. Me and B were playing Fortnite. I said, guess who's on PlayStation right now? I knew it wasn't you, but I was just poking fun. I was like, OG is on PlayStation right now. For those that don't know, OG normally doesn't get on PlayStation until the Sundays. So it was very rare to see his name pop up during the week. I was like, whew. But I knew it was your woman. As soon as I saw Monster Hunter, I knew it was your woman.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah, absolutely.
She, she's
So
actually. Go ahead.
how far is she, OG?
Honestly, I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea. Because again, she plays a lot when I'm not there. And by the time I come home, she's not always on Monster Hunter. Sometimes she's on No Man's Sky. Sometimes she's on a different game. So it's really hard to tell. So I really have no idea. Like if I played enough to kind of be able to kind of see what's going on and look at her screen, I might be able to tell you. But I have no idea though.
Oh, cool. I didn't know she was a big gamer like that. I knew she played, but I didn't know she was
Oh
that big.
no, yeah, no. She's real big. Actually, she's like a big MMO. She used to be a big MMO player, correct? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, she was used to play that old text-based war game. I forgot what it's called, but she used to play that, and apparently she was a big deal back then. I didn't know this. I'm trying to think of the name of that game, but it was the very first war game, but it was all text-based. It was all words and stuff. There was no pictures or nothing like that. It's basically what started war games to begin with, or whatever. But she was big into that. I just can't think of the name right now. And then she eventually jumped on an MMO called Dofus.
Okay,
I'm
I
not
heard of
sure
that.
with it. Yeah, her, and some other friends of mine that I know, they used to squad up together. They used to raid and a lot. So she really likes that game. She's actually thinking about getting back into it because a friend of ours still has her character. Because when she wasn't able to play for a while, she let him basically, use the character in her absence. And now that we have a laptop again, my friend's like, hey, I still have your character if you ever want to log in and play. So she's considering getting back into it sometime in the future because that was an MMO she really loved. And of course, now that we have a PlayStation 4, she mainly goes back and forth between Monster Hunter and No Man's Sky. Those are her main two games. And then a friend of ours actually just bought us Far Cry 5, so she's going to be trying that soon as well. So,
Lucky.
yeah, it's crazy. When you put yourself out there, I mean, people do things. It's crazy. I don't know.
Wait, you say she got Far Cry 5 or 4?
5.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it literally just came in the mail like a few days ago. She was like, "Hey, check the mail." And I looked and I was like, "What's this game doing here?" But yeah,
Nice.
someone actually ordered it for us. Well, for her, because I guess because she plays with certain people online, she does a lot of play chat. So those people bought the game for her so that she could play with them, kind of a thing. So it's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's
That's pretty
awesome.
cool. Oh, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Sounds like we got some Jamaican music in the background.
Yeah, let's start dancing over here.
I'm
I
sorry,
know.
I'm sorry. Little DB daughter just came in.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Fire T said I'm gonna start dancing.
Right?
That's what's up. That's cool. I'm definitely going to be checking that. I couldn't get into No Man's Sky. I tried.
You know they're adding
Honestly,
No
there's only a
Man's.
select few people that can get into it. Oh, sorry, July.
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
okay. It's okay. You can go ahead. You can go ahead. Oh, okay. But no, they're adding No Man's Sky to the Xbox. They just confirmed it.
Yeah, I
Yep.
did. Yep, and
Yeah.
surprisingly enough, it's going to be more than what it was on PlayStation. It's going to be 60
Mhm.
bucks.
No, it's actually 40 if I remember correctly. I think it was
Oh,
40.
Yeah, I
well.
thought it was 40. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
correct
That
me,
was-
Miss GameStop. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
It might be 60 on the digital,
Yeah.
and it might be
digital.
40. Yeah.
Yeah. Because of all the updates, it's probably going to be better than the one on PlayStation.
Dang. Maybe.
I don't
That's
know.
possible.
I'm still debating. I don't know if I'll get it.
I
or
don't
not.
know. It wasn't. I mean, it's cool. Like if you just like have a sandbox, if you want a sandbox game, and there's like no other games like you're really into. But while I play that game, I'm just thinking about, oh, I could be playing this game. Oh, I could be playing this game. I could be leveling up something. I don't know. It's just something that never grabbed me, never gravitated.
It's a niche thing. Like only a certain group of people could really, really get into that. I mean, even though I support it, I don't really play the game either. Like I'm not into it at all. I just like the idea and the concept, you know. So, but yeah, you will see me on it. That's for sure. But not for because I think it's bad. It's just not my thing. That's all.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. Me, unfortunately, I like the history of. I just can't do it. And then the way the game was really put out, it was put out to be similar to Destiny, but actually better, and which got me on board. I was like, whoa, it's supposed to be like Destiny, but better. I mean, we're going to planets in this way and this way. And we're gonna be exploring and doing all this stuff, and then we didn't get that. And I was kind of hurt, so I'm still scoring like.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I got it for free, so I can't complain. It actually came with my PlayStation. So did Far Cry 4, and let's see, these are games that came with my PlayStation I never touched. No Man's Sky, Far Cry 4, what's that other open world game that everybody played, that everybody was hype about? That
Uncharted.
No. Oh my goodness, I can't think of it. It was like really big. It's like really, really big. It was like big. It like happened like after, like the story takes place after a nuke hits the town, or whatever.
I don't know, bro.
Oh my God, I can't think of this name of the game.
Is it Metro Last Light?
No. It's for PlayStation 4. It's like a big game. Everybody like went, oh my Jesus, when they like. It has its Fallout 4. There you go, Fallout. Yep. I got Fallout. Never touched it. I got the new Fallout that everybody was having.
I'm surprised. I've heard lots of good things about Fallout.
I've never touched it. I don't know. It's just not my thing.
That's okay. I'm in the same boat because when I got my PS4, I had Uncharted 4 and I ended up selling it to somebody. Believe it or not, on Facebook, someone actually offered to meet me at HEB to buy it.
Hey, that's how I got my Elgato from
HEB.
HEB. That's how I got
Oh, wow.
HEB is a spot.
Yeah, that's right. If you ever need to be up to make some money, y'all, HEB is the place to go. So if you ever see people just randomly in a corner, like, you know, on the produce section, there's a reason.
No, usually, like, if I'm ever selling something, I always choose a public place because I feel really scared and awkward if I go meet them at, like, their house or if they come to my house.
Right,
So
that is
I
awkward.
have to go somewhere public. I have to go somewhere public.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I ain't gonna lie, cause I didn't go with my wife. My wife was like, no, I'm gonna go by myself. She's like, I'm afraid. What if this person tries to kill me? And I was like, I don't know. I don't think this fire team person will try to kill you, but yeah, no, she won't kill you. Well, I didn't even at the time. I didn't even know like what your gender was. I just knew your name was Fire Team. She was like, babe, what if this person tries to kill me? I was like, oh, it won't happen. You'll be all right. I was like, you're at HEB. Nothing like that happens at HEB.
Now if it was a Walmart, that's a
Walmart, different story.
No, there's some crazy at Walmart, though. No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Man, Walmart's so crazy. When I used to have a BlackBerry, yes, I did own a BlackBerry at one point. It actually had its own like group of like people at Walmart, and people would just take random crazy pictures of people at Walmart. Cause some crazy people go to Walmart. Let me tell you what. Oh my Jesus. But yeah. So, I mean, I forgot what we were at, but but
It's
yeah.
okay. We can go on to the next one. You're fine.
Definitely, definitely. So, Bezoid, drop some knowledge on us.
Ah, where to go? Where to go? Oh, okay, I can go. Speaking of, we was talking about it earlier, and Fire Team mentioned it earlier. That's one of the hype things that's been sold. Destiny 2 has an update coming.
Another update.
It's an expansion.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Warmind expansion, and it's gonna have a big update with your light level going up, with a new raid, PvP changes. There's gonna be changes to your gun slots and how they're going to be assigned. There's also going to be big changes to the way you level up in the raids, the main raids themselves. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping it'll give me something for in-game content that I've been looking for in the game. And that's the only reason I haven't been playing it hardcore like I was when it first came out is we beat everything and we're like, well, what do we got to do now? And so hopefully this will give me the content I was looking
I didn't even beat everything, and I still got bored. I don't know, maybe just because I didn't have nobody to play with, and I was just playing by myself.
for.
Sounds
You
so
should have been
wrong.
playing. That sounds so wrong. And I almost fell into the trap. You could
Yeah.
have been playing the game with me.
We weren't as cool as we were now. In Matt terms, shout outs to Thunder. We weren't homies. We had to be homies first.
You had to be on me first.
I never let them go with that, man. Oh, that was so funny. Oh man, but yeah, we have to be homies first. Can't just be friends. But now that we are homies, I'll probably re-download that and play with you and General. I gotta get me an external hard drive. Yo, Fire Team, you got any specials for external hard drives over at GameStop?
2 terabytes for $89.99.
What? Wait, what?
Oh.
What?
2 terabytes. It's like a block. You just USB port it, format it.
Uh-huh.
2 terabytes, $89.99. 4 terabytes, $129.99.
There you go.
With them deal.
With the deals.
With them deals.
I like know my prices from the back of my head.
I know. Look at
You're
you.
sounding.
It's like you actually do your job well.
I do. I mean, there's some days when I don't have the best day, but I learn from it because every day you learn something. Whether you learn like, oh, this customer is kind of dumb, or hey, like I can actually pitch this game this way instead of the old way I was doing it. You learn from it, and I like it. That's why I love my job.
Love your positive attitude. Oh, you can.
Yeah.
You can always learn something. You can make a negative situation a positive situation with
Definitely.
how you learn about it. Yep.
Yep.
This is one reason why I've always stick with Fire Team, because she's always got a good outlook on life. It's like me. Maybe it's a Texas thing. I don't know.
I think so. And the Whataburger.
And the
Isn't that
Whataburger. If you have not ate Whataburger, you're missing out on life. OG.
I've actually had one there. I wish they had one here.
OG's had Whataburger before, right, OG?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, they got one right down the street. Best believe I'm getting that sweet and spicy barbecue thing. Oh my god,
It's a
that thing is
barbecue
so
thing.
good. It's a sweet. I'm sorry, sweet and spicy bacon burger. My bad,
Yes,
but it's
yes.
so good,
Yes.
so good.
Oh man.
You always must get your burgers on Texas toast. I'm just saying, Texas toast is the way to go.
It's the cherry on top.
Yes.
And then I know we mentioned a bunch of Marvel stuff. Who's ready for Infinity War this weekend?
Oh, I'm ready for that movie. I'm so ready for that movie.
I'm ready.
I'm just hoping I see Deadpool. That's all I'm hoping.
You're hoping to see who? Deadpool?
I'm hoping to see Deadpool.
The second one?
I don't think. No, I don't think.
No.
I don't think you're gonna see him in the Avengers movie. But
He should have a scene in this movie because Deadpool was involved in Infinity War. He was heavily involved. He's
Well,
actually. I can't. I don't want to give away the story,
no,
so
like,
I'm
well,
not
if you
gonna say.
want Bezoid, my professor yesterday saw the movie and he thought it'd be okay to tell us everything. So now I know the movie from beginning to end, and I bought tickets for
No.
next week, and I'm like, really? Really? So I know all the spoilers. I'm like, I really want to
Oh
say something,
no.
but I can't.
See, don't tell, don't tell,
I'm
don't
not
tell
gonna
me.
say anything. No, no, no.
Don't
All
tell
I
me.
know is that you're gonna get emotional. That's it. That's it.
Oh, nice. That's a good thing.
Bezoid
Yeah. But
cry? Can we stream
No,
yeah.
this?
no. Bezoid is not gonna cry.
Bezoid's gonna cry.
You know
Maybe.
what? I'm gonna put Jeff from Final Fantasy X. I'm just gonna have a caveat that said you cried. Just so you
But yeah.
Nice.
At least like two of the things were kind of what everyone was hoping for, and then one of them was just out of nowhere.
Oh man,
Mm.
see, now I want to see this really, really bad.
My daughter's been egging me to take her to see it, but she hasn't been good in school, so I have to wait. Rip.
Uh,
Rip.
it's okay, Handy. I'll like send it to you in a Discord message. All the good pieces.
All right, there we
And all
go.
of that.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'll just wait for it to pop up on my
Crying
Cody.
a river.
I just wait for it to pop up in my Cody. For those again, I'm gonna promote Cody. Cody is officially on Xbox. You can download Cody. Xbox, Microsoft has bought Cody. Cody, I mean, Xbox is doing some things despite that they're losing the war. With Discord and now Cody, it's pretty interesting. I won't say what you can use Cody for, but Cody's
Which
pretty powerful.
could be taken in both ways. They're doing this because they're losing and they need to be desperate.
Well,
So you could take that in either way. But see, I'm not gonna shoot. I'm not gonna take a shot at the Xbox guys right
you already know you're gonna get Crew Dog's panties in a bunch. She's gonna be all up in a fire zone and be like,
now.
"Listen here, Bezoid," cause he
There you
can't.
go again. Easily.
Cause I've learned from this situation not to be a console fanboy. There's a reason why I like both consoles, but when it comes to the gaming experience, I gravitate towards PlayStation. I don't know why. I just enjoy the gaming experience, not the UI, but I enjoy the gaming experience.
Wait. This is from Crew Dog. Fortnite. This is from Fortnite themselves. We are currently undergoing downtime. Unblock a small number of players who were affected by a recent back-end service. Once downtime has concluded, we will post an update. So, Fortnite is down right.
Which I'm not surprised.
They're always down.
Dang, burn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Shots on Epic.
But I mean, you gotta remember though, Epic's not gonna be perfect. They're just better than a
No.
lot of companies.
I feel like Fortnite would go downhill probably later in the year because everybody wants Battle Royale. That's what everybody wants. And now a lot of the future games that are coming now, they're incorporating Battle Royale into there.
Yes.
And so everyone's going to get so used to Battle Royale, they're going to be like, what happened to the good old days, like Horizon Zero Dawn? And we'll be like, it was there, but everyone just wanted one thing. I feel like that might happen.
I feel like the fad is going to be there. Well, I say, I feel like Fortnite is going to be there until the fad ends, and the fad just started. So we got a while.
I think the only way Fortnite is going to lose any fire is if they do it to themselves.
Yeah, I believe they're going to do it themselves.
And I think they're on the verge of almost doing it to themselves because it's just too much at once.
And they're constantly adding stuff in there. Like, what if they run out of ideas? What are they going to do?
Like, my biggest complaint right now, like, what was the point of adding the sticky bombs? The sticky bombs were not even needing to be in the game.
Supposedly variety.
I know, but I mean, you just put the LMG in the game and you just fix the LMG in the game. Like, can we breathe a little bit? You know what I mean? Can we enjoy?
I agree.
Can we enjoy the LMG for a little bit? I mean, I'm not complaining about it. It just like when you from I'm looking at it from a programmer's perspective. When you keep adding, I mean, and I I don't know, um, anything about game code. All I know about coding is I remember when you remember MySpace when you used to add HTML to your MySpace profile. And remember
Yeah.
when you would like starting adding a bunch of new stuff, and you would get it all running together. So once you got it all together and you started going and you got all this new stuff together, like the foundation of your profile would start to look funny. All these different things would change, and the only way you could fix it is if you erased everything and started back over. And I think that's what happens with a lot of these games when you add a bunch of stuff and you keep adding a bunch of stuff. That eventually that the codes just continuously start to, um, yeah, Fortnite servers are down. Um, I feel like eventually, like they're just, eventually, like something's gonna be broken, and I think Fortnite is already facing a L. What does LOL mean? I don't understand.
Lol.
Lol,
Lol.
perhaps the content will breathe some life, excitement back in. I don't know. People are starting to notice what I've said, what I've been saying about Fortnite a long time ago, and it's why I stopped playing Fortnite for a while, or I took a break from it, and that was because of the shoot. Because let's face it, the main skill of Fortnite is not shooting, it's building. So their shooting mechanic is not how like most shooting games. Even their bloom is. I was saying this last night. Their bloom is like not like normal bloom. Okay, normal bloom uh you can like um you can easily like work with, but I feel like their bloom just gets randomized sometimes, because sometimes I can hold the trigger down with the AR and I can hit every shot, and then if I do it another game, it just doesn't hit every shot. And then I do the little like tap tap, and I'll hit a shot, and then I do a tap tap again, I don't hit that same shot. And I'm like, so to me it seems like the bloom is more random. I could be wrong, but I think for a lot of people are starting to get burnt out on it. And people say it's boring because it's the same thing all the time. So, I mean, people are saying that it's like you have to like, you pretty much have to have a shotgun. You pretty much need two things to win the game. You need a shotgun and a rocket launcher to win the game. Pretty much, it seems
People
like.
are saying it's boring because people are have we are in the microwave time frame. See, back in the day, gamers enjoyed like completely overtaking the game, completely dominating the game, not just beating it, but trying to get every secret in the game. But the way games are made now and how much time people spend playing them, um, which is the reason why people are getting burned out, because people buy one game, play that one game, and 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 then they say, "Oh, it's boring." Well, you just played that one game for about 6 months.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's the variety?
That's
Where's
true.
the That's the thing that we had, growing up is we bought this game, we bought that game, we bought this game, so we spent a little time playing this, and then spent a little time playing that. We played GoldenEye, then we played Perfect Dark, then we played Smash Brothers, then we played. You get what I'm saying? We had so many things to do, but nowadays everybody grinds the fat game, and then they get bored, and so we get on the developers to try to do more and try to keep us fresh, and then we get mad when things not going our way. Well, it's kind of our fault.
He said that's not bloom, that's connection. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. My ping's back to normal. It doesn't say so on the thing, but when I look at the ping in the top corner, my ping's like at a 30. So I don't know. I mean, maybe the title is going down.
How do
Tilted
you
is
Just
think?
tilted.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He said
Sorry.
maybe tilted is going down when they come back up. I don't think tilted is going down, and if it does go down, it's only going to be for a limited time, a limited time game mode. I'm over the tilted thing. I think maybe it's probably going to be a new season pass, maybe that, but I don't think tilted's leaving.
Crew Dog is totally right. We don't eat the same thing every day. Okay, think about it like this. What's your favorite food?
I
Pizza.
don't have a favorite food.
What's your
Chinese all day.
Chinese, right?
Yes.
What is like that one thing, like this is the big thing I love to eat. Like it's special when you eat it.
Beef and broccoli.
Now, if you
Oh,
ate that every day, would it still be special?
No.
Exactly.
nope.
That's why things are special because you don't do it all the time. Mrs. Love tacos. Every time anybody say tacos, she bites it up, right? But
Yeah.
if she ate tacos for about a week, would it still be special to her? No. That's the same way with games. If we play the game all day, every day, are we gonna get bored?
Yeah.
But if we switch up every once in a while, we'll be playing this game and say, "Oh man, I missed that game. The game sucked. So let me start playing that." But no, what we do as a society, we grind the game and grind the game, and then we go research the game, and then we watch other people play the game, and then we grind the game some more, and then we say we're bored.
But
Wonder why?
but in the defense that people play the game all the time, right? And I'm just playing the devil's advocate. And this is really weird because normally I don't play the devil's advocate. To stay good at a game, you have to play the game a lot to 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 keep up, because if not, if you miss like a week or a couple, you know, you kind of you like, I don't know, it's like even though the game doesn't change, it's like the people get better, people are learning different things, different tactics, so you almost feel like you're behind. Like you remember, like people remember when Fortnite first came out, I was really good, right? I was like really good at the game. I was like almost getting like solo wins on my own. That time that I took off from Fortnite and I just played PUBG, messed me up, and like I can't get my groove back. You know what I mean?
And Andy, that wasn't you. What that was, when a game comes out and before it gets, it's just like a fighting game, right? When a fighting game comes out, what does all the pro players do? They go and they go in their little hermit huts and they all try to find the niche thing that could exploit other people with.
Right.
When Fortnite first came out, nobody knew that the pump was ridiculous, and nobody knew that switching from a pump to attack shotgun was awesome. That had to be found, and once it was found, it changed the game. When the game first came out, everybody was noobs, so it wasn't like you got left behind. It's no, the exploits got found. So that's in any game. I mean, think about it right now. If you go back and play, um, what's your favorite Final Fantasy? 7. If you go back and play 7, will you feel any different from way back then? You wouldn't have to say I have to play this to catch back up on how good I was. No, you remember most of the stuff.
Yeah, but
You don't.
but that's different though, because that's a multiplayer. That's not there's no multiplayer. There's no multiplayer aspect. Yes, we all know. We just reported that Fortnite is down, buddy. Um, that's different. Like, like you gotta like go. You gotta like say something like multiplayer aspect, like Call
Okay,
of
would
Duty.
you, if you go back and you and OG would go back and play Perfect Star or GoldenEye, would you sit here and say, "Oh, gee, I gotta wait a while. I gotta catch back up on how good I was"? No, you just go and play, having fun. That's what the game is for. It's
And
supposed to be having
since you brought
fun.
that up, I actually had that experience recently because a few years back, store I was hanging out at the time actually had a GoldenEye tournament, and I wanted to show up because obviously that was my thing. So I showed up, and not only did I have fun, but apparently I was still decent and ended up dominating everybody in the room. Like it was ridiculous. So
See?
I kind of see where you're going at now. If it comes, this is really where the big difference comes into play. If you're talking about money, then you have to keep playing. If you're just playing fun and just semi-competitively, then yes, it's better to switch back and forth because eventually you will get burned out.
Okay.
That's why I play a variety of games because yes, my Shadowverse partner, who I'm trying to get competitive with, he's also telling me, "Hey, you need to keep playing this game. Drop Hearthstone." I'm not going to completely drop Hearthstone because I'm still going to play it a little bit on the side because I like it, but I'm going to focus more on Shadowverse so that I can be competitive. But you can go back and forth a little bit. You just have to know how to balance it. That's really what it boils down to.
Huh?
And I agree with you, OG. To what DB just said, he said, I don't think it's exploits. Think the I just think the player pool has grown and players have gotten exponentially better. How do people normally get better? Besides experience,
Everybody's
what
saying
do
that.
they do?
They keep playing the
Everybody,
game.
everybody follows what other people do. Pro player found that if you use a pump and then attack, that is pretty good damage on a burst, right? What did everybody started doing? 2 shotguns. Everybody wasn't doing that in the beginning.
I wasn't doing that in the beginning.
Everybody follows, just like in a fighting game, where people pick certain characters because that person has the tools to be anybody or the tier level. Everybody goes after what a pro player does. And then once a pro player does it, everybody else does it. And then they try to copy what the pro player does.
Okay, so
It's not like they're getting better on their own individual play style. No, they follow what a pro player does, and then we have a whole bunch of copy players.
let me ask a question to OG. So why is it different? And this is just for the viewer standpoint, right? Why is it different? Why is it different when you play for money? Why should you play every day, and why shouldn't you?
Why is it different?
Yeah, why is it different?
Go ahead, Ozzy.
So when you're playing for money, you're trying to make this a lifestyle. You're trying to make this a way to where you don't have to get a second job or whatever else. So if you're going to take it that seriously, it's almost like when you're playing a professional sport, like basketball, for example, now that the playoffs are going on. When you're playing for money, this is kind of like your livelihood at this point. So you're going to take it a little more seriously. It's not as fun as it would normally be if you were just playing casually or semi-casually. When money is involved, you take it a lot more seriously because you're actually trying to use this as a way to better your life in general. It's not just playing the game. It's not just having fun with your boys. It's actually you trying to get the number one spot so you can provide for yourself or your family kind of a thing. That's kind of where it gets a little bit different. And that's the dangers of competitive play because when you get too competitive, games stop being fun to some degree. I've had that problem. You got to be real careful with that.
Interesting.
But that's where it's different.
That's a big difference. It's money. But
like almost like Ninja, because he when he started winning and getting a lot of money from Fortnite, he kept playing it. And then when Radical Heights said, "Hey, play our game, we'll pay you," and he was like, "Okay," so now he's playing that game for a little bit, but then he'll jump right back to Fortnite.
Yeah, I think big timers getting paid to play that game too on YouTube. I know some people are.
King is not just a map. Because that's what everybody was saying on PUBG. We just need a new map. And then a new map came. And now everybody's complaining about one map versus the other map.
Same thing with Call of Duty. Everybody said all we need is boosted ground. Didn't work. Didn't work for me.
That's what everybody on PUBG said. We just need another map. Now we got another map. Now we complain about this map.
Right. And then Fortnite's coming out with another map too.
You think?
And what's going to happen is the same thing. It's a vicious cycle. Well, we like this map. Y'all can get rid of this map. And then the other guy said, no, we like this map. Y'all can get rid of that map.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That's why I play different games, but that's why I don't play the same game off stream. Or maybe that's my problem. maybe that's my problem. Maybe that's why I suck at Fortnite, because I don't play that game off stream. When I play off stream, I play Final Fantasy. I play, all the and let me rephrase this because Bezoid brought up a good question or a good comment off the podcast, and I didn't realize that it may have came off that way, because it may seem like, well, maybe I just don't have time to play the other games on stream because I play Fortnite. No, that's not what I meant. What I meant is like Final Fantasy, to me, Final Fantasy, God of War, those kind of games. Those games are not those particularly the games I would like to stream because I don't know how to be an entertaining streamer with those kind of games because I'm just so sucked into the game. Like I wouldn't even be able to glance at the chat. Ironically, the reason why I'm able to pay attention to the chat so much on Fortnite and multiplayer games is because half the time I spend the time dying. Um, that's that's really that's really one of my secrets. You know, if you notice, every time I die, I look at the chat. So I mean, you know, and I make it entertaining. I'm able to communicate and discuss things. But if I'm like,
Thank y'all for the biddies.
yo, thank you for the biddies.
20,
Hey,
30, 40, 50,
hey, thank you for the
60,
biddies.
biddies, man. Look at all them biddies.
Yo,
Thank y'all for the biddies.
But and that's one reason. Just another side quest note. That's one reason why I would never go to Mixer is just because I couldn't. There's no way I could get rid of the biddy song. There's no bits over at Mixer. That's what I told the guy at the Mixer. He was like, "You should come over," and I was like, "Yeah, but I can't get rid of the biddy song. Then I would have to sell the biddy song or give it the biddy song to somebody, and it's never gonna happen. Never, never." Yo, thank you for that host. So like, I don't know, like, you know, so to me as a streamer, as an entertainer, I could never stream those games because I would be so focused in the storyline. You just see this from me, and like, that's probably like one of my pet peeves. It's like when I go into somebody's stream, and they just don't pay attention to their audience or nothing, or their host or their raids. Like that like irritates the crud out of me because it's like if it wasn't for your viewers, if it wasn't for your raids, if it wasn't for the people that follow you, you would not have an audience. So you should show, you know, as much appreciation, as much love as possible when you can. So yeah, that's what I meant by like I don't have time because those are the games that I would play off stream, and off stream I got to be a father and a husband too. So I mean, you know, and I do YouTube on the side. So and I help out with able gamers, and so it's like I do a lot. So it's like for me to fit in another game, it's like it's rough. It's rough out here for Handy, but definitely. Speaking of Call of Duty, I guess I can go into one of my next things. Some of you guys probably heard me talking about this already. I kind of leaked it on Bezoid's, I think Bezoid's stream, but you know, we talked about it last week that Battle Royale is coming to Black Ops 4, but the way that it's doing, it is being independently made, and this is what I just found out. And it is being independently made by Raven itself. It is not when you buy Black Ops 4, it's not gonna be on the game itself. Like you're gonna get the game, and then it's going to be a code, and then you put in the code, and then the the Battle Royale game is going to be separate from Black Ops 4, and basically what they're going to do is every Call of Duty game that comes out, they are going to say have an update, and it's going to match that style of Call of Duty, which is going to be pretty interesting. I don't know, y'all's thoughts on that? I think that's kind of cool. What do y'all think?
You know, I'll let the guests answer. Fire team.
I don't know. My head's spinning right now. Like, I don't see myself playing a battle royale game in a Call of Duty game because Call of Duty to me, this is just my opinion. It's for me like I'm a competitive person, so it's a competitive game.
Right.
Like I love to play search and destroy, capture the flag, team deathmatch. I do not see myself playing a free for all game, but I would have to go find the guns and the loot and all that crazy stuff. Like I don't see myself doing that in Call of Duty. I see myself just playing competitively and playing the campaign. When I heard there was no campaign, I literally was really upset. Like I wanted to cancel my pre-order. I was like, why am I even buying a game without a campaign? Like the campaign's the best part of Call of Duty to me, in my personal.
Uh, yes, it is set for May 17th. I might be streaming the reveal. I don't know. I've done it every year, so we'll see if we do it this year. Okay, so my next question is and okay, so my next question to you, and then my next comment is to you. Well, actually, two questions. Do you feel that the first of all, do you feel like the Black Ops series had one of the most best campaigns?
Mm, ooh, that's a tough one.
And if not, which Call of Duty would you say has like one of the best campaigns?
Well, growing up, I was stuck playing campaign because my mom like so you know when Black Ops first came out, you know how there was a lot of like bad people online
Yes.
and like people are getting like kidnapped and all that crazy stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so my mom forbid me to play online. Like they forbid. I did not get to play online again till Advanced Warfare came out. So I was stuck with
Dang.
campaigns. Yes, that is a bad jump because I missed all the good games. Um, so with the jump, I played all the campaigns to all the Call of Duties, and my favorites were. I never played Black Ops 2. I still have never played that game to this day. I know. It's a
Oh,
shocker.
my heart, my heart,
I've never played it.
my
People are
heart.
like, let's play it, let's play it. I'm like, okay, and then we never play it. I'm sorry.
Oh, my heart. Okay.
But I didn't like the Black Ops 3 campaign. Black Ops, I did enjoy. That one was really good. The original Modern Warfare was beautiful. Modern Warfare 2, enjoyed it. I disliked Infinite Warfare. It just depends. I mean, my top-notch favorite would be Black Ops.
Black
So
Ops.
I would
Hey,
say Black Ops was my favorite. That was my favorite campaign.
Boo to Fire Team not playing Black Ops 2. I know.
My parents forbid me, and then I asked it for my birthday. I was like, I want Black Ops 2, and they're like, okay. They didn't get it for me. They were just like, oh, we couldn't find the game you're looking for. It was like, it just came out. How do you forget?
Well, now you can get it backwards compatible. Now my next
Yeah.
question is to you, because I mean, let's give Call of Duty, it's respect. They've made, things big into esports. Now I know Fortnite's trying to make battle royale, a big thing into esports, as far as especially what Ninja did. And I'll give respect to Ninja. He did a very good event, and he had a lot of people backing him. It was a pretty good event. It was actually really entertaining. But
Mm,
do you think that if Fortnite doesn't, come out with a sanctioned tournament soon, do you think that maybe Call of Duty could be the one to put battle royale into an esports setting, like a real esports setting? And if so, why? If not, why?
if they do that, they would have. I feel like they would have to eliminate like the general Call of Duty esports in general. Because how can you have the same game in two different modes? Like, oh, we have the battle royale mode, and here's the competitive side. Like, we're gonna play search, capture, and hardpoint. As if I feel like battle royale would take over that game mode, and it would just be all battle royale. Because you need four for a squad, so you have your four right there. You have optic, you have phase, you have all those teams going head to head.
Yeah, that's very true. We're gonna talk about Optic later too. Also, some big things going down in Optic apparently, but with their losses to Seattle, if y'all don't know, they didn't even make it out of the player pool. It was interesting, but anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm almost curious to even wonder if battle royale could even be in esports. Um, you know, COD comp is dying just like the rest of the game. I I don't know. I don't know if I would say that it's like the COD comp is dying. I just feel like the people that have always been on top, like the main teams, they're just not hungry for it anymore, and the teams that have like never like had that opportunity are hungry. Kind of like the PlayStation squad versus the Xbox squad. I feel like, you know, Fortnite is not dying for you Xbox Squad. I just feel like you guys are not hungry for it anymore. And that's just where I feel. 10 cent to invest 15 million in Fortnite esports in China. Yeah, why is it they experience everything in China first and then they bring it here? I don't understand. Well, I'm pretty sure.
China's rich right
Because
now.
they actually take their gaming more seriously. People there actually play games for a living more often in China than they do here.
Oh yeah, they are
Yeah.
way more
They're-
They
serious.
are
It's
way
more
hardcore.
intense.
We're nothing compared to them when it comes to competitiveness and how seriously they take it.
It's
Well,
like
they-
we're McDonald's fries and they're Whataburger fries. Like it's
There
a
you
big,
go.
it's a
It's a
big jump.
big
It's a
difference.
big jump, man.
if you really want to know a differences, you like Tekken, right? You know how we have Tekken tournaments.
yeah.
They had a TV show based
Wow.
on their tournaments.
Wow.
Mhm.
It's still going on now. I think it's called Tekken Crash.
Mhm.
Oh my god! And they've had this thing for like 10 years, probably plus. And I'm like, we've never had anything over there. We're just getting on, like ESPN and stuff now. They had a show 10 years ago.
Mhm.
So-
That's crazy. And I don't know, DB. I mean, I do agree with you in some sense, but after like watching some stuff, like I realized that people that have stayed committed to and this is even Optic Midnight. Optic Midnight, when she streams Call of Duty, she gets more viewers. When she when and since the YouTube channels are so saturated with, this is actually made me think about going back to doing COD commentaries. Not because it's basically because like this. I don't like uploading stuff that I already do on Twitch. So I'm trying to figure out what is something that I could do differently that I could entertain. And I was watching a interview with Optic Sprat, I believe, or who's on the podcast, and he's like one of the people that has stayed committed to doing YouTube uploads on World War II, and he's actually seen an increase. And he was explaining it's because everybody's doing Fortnite. So I believe that it's just there's oversaturation, and if you just stay committed with something that you love, even though some people think it's dying, I believe that. I mean, I think you could still do it. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, just because and Bezoid's always said this, right? Just because we're not playing the game does not necessarily mean that it's dying. And I feel like Call of Duty will always be a thing. Because there's always going to be other teams that are going to be hungry for that stardom. I feel like this, right? Not only does the Call of Duty, I think Activision needs to take more time into making their esports somehow better. I think that it needs to be a rework, because there's a reason why CS:GO has lasted so long. There's a reason why League of Legends has lasted so long. And it's not necessarily because of the game itself. It's because of the backing in the esports, and how hype and how much they put the time and the effort. And I feel like if Activision was to get more fully behind their esports community and their esports teams and do like pretty amazing things, I think it could I think it could thrive Call of Duty into a whole new level. But really, necessarily, like right now, Activision just pretty much puts it on the game to be their fire, like to be their fire and log to keep them going for the esports thing. I think I don't know if I've said that right, but there's nothing else to make other teams want to play more COD or get more hyped in the COD. Like for instance, look how many teams. Oh my foot! Look how many teams joined the esports organization to play World War II because everybody was excited to put for boots to the ground, and that's what I'm saying. So they pretty much the esports organization of Call of Duty pretty much thrives on the game itself, and I think they need to put more effort into it. How do they do that? I don't know. That's beyond my pay grade. I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts, panel? I'm gonna call you guys a panel.
OG, how did you go first?
I think. Are you here, OG? Is he muted?
He has his mic muted.
He has his mic muted at the moment. I think he went.
Sorry, I had to take care of some personal business. My apologies. My bad. But anyway, I think you were asking us about as far as like Call of Duty, how they get themselves into esports, things of that nature. Is that correct?
Well, no, they're already in esports, but I'm saying that that because it seems like their Activision is not fully behind their esports brand as far as for Call of Duty, and I feel like that if they was to stick more behind it and put more maybe rework it and make it more, I don't know how, but make it more of a thing, it would be more exciting and more valuable for the player because like I said, look at CS:GO, look at League of Legends, those games have been out forever and they're still here. The one-handed gamer. Welcome to the Handikillcam squad, where we chill and we kill and we have no drama. By the way, I believe if you're the one that I think that you are, I believe Twitch United is doing a thing for able gamers for one-handed gamer. We're able gamers and Twitch United, so that's gonna be hype, and that fundraiser is gonna be starting soon. So be there. Thank you, man. Thank you, one-handed gamer. You're awesome.
No, Crew Dog. I wasn't thinking of a comeback. I was actually thinking of the topic that Handy was talking about. You guys are, you're candles. A candle, shines the best before it gets burnt out, right? Kind of like how y'all feel about Fortnite.
Yep.
What?
Dang. So go ahead. What you were gonna say there, OG? I apologize.
No, you're good. You were just kind of giving me an understanding of the question, so I was just kind of listening to you there. So the reason that games like League of Legends became popular is because, again, not just because of the game itself, but because of the hype and the crowd behind it. And the people at esports were able to come up with a structure to how to put it up there and make it good. That's actually the reason why battle royale games in general are not particularly in esports, because they haven't really established legit rules for a battle royale type game. Like, how many people are you going to allow to actually play at a time? Because you don't necessarily have to do what the game wants you to do. You can set up your own custom rules. So they just have not established any set rules as far as how to make a battle royale game where it needs to be.
Right.
And I honestly think that Call of Duty should seriously just stick to what they are and not really push too much into the whole battle royale thing.
Well, no, wait. We're not talking about Call of Duty Battle Royale. We're talking about Call of Duty, like the esports, like their esports organization, like their esports in general, like the TDM and the stuff. Like we're saying that that the reason why like it is not like because a lot of people say it's dying, but the reason why I was saying and the reason why I was saying the reason why it is because the esports organization of Call of Duty, which is the main thing, like the championships, the Call of Duty they thrive, or the fire is the game that comes out, right? It's never like the fire, the esports. Activision doesn't help put the logs on the fire for the esports. It's all about the game and the game, and then once the game gets burnt, they get burnt. And I feel, and I'm just gonna say this right now before we jump into this. I feel that's what's happened with Optic. I feel like they've gotten burnt out on this Call of Duty as far as World War II, and I feel like that's why they're having a lot of problems. And I'm gonna say that to say this, but so that's what I mean. We're not talking about the battle royale part. We're talking about like the actual
Call of Duty in
the
general.
Call of Duty esports that's already established.
The reason why, before y'all get into the deeper meaning, the reason why I think Optic is backing out, getting burnt out, is because it's a game that they don't want to play.
Yeah.
And they're getting tired of playing games that they don't want to play.
Yeah.
When you're in a
Right.
tournament, you should be playing the game that you want. Like OG, he plays what he wants to play
Right.
instead of what he has to play. And that's what it's been going on in the FGC as well, as people don't like Street Fighter V, but that's the hot game right now in the tournament. So they're forcing themselves to go in these tournaments and not having fun.
Right.
And that's what I think is going on with Optic. They're not having fun. They don't like what they're playing. So I think they're waiting on a game to come for them to enjoy and be competitive.
Yeah.
Which is how a game should be.
Yep.
Right? Like when Infinite Warfare came out, they were hungry. They were really hungry in that championship. And then when World War II came out, they didn't even bother trying.
But it's funny because everybody thought that was going to be the game because it wasn't that everybody wanted Boosted Ground. It was the content creators wanted Boosted Ground. Like the big YouTubers wanted Boosted Ground. But it wasn't because I'm gonna be honest. Boosted Ground is not that fun to watch competitively. Because it's this is me. I like the whole jumping on the wall, jump to wall, and then run, and then get behind. I may suck at it, but it's fun to watch. I don't. But I'm gonna go ahead and let OG answer the question now. Go ahead, OG.
Okay. So now that I have a better understanding, as far as Call of Duty is concerned, there are still some people out there that appear to be hardcore about it. I believe Noisy Butters, who is someone that I've also seen a little bit of, she's still kind of on the hype jam with Call of Duty. And as long as there's some people out there that are hype about it, it will still remain alive even in the competitive scene. It just may not be as hype as it once was. Is it going to completely die? Really hard to say. But there seems to still be a backing for it.
Gears of War isn't dead.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So just because it's, not as hype as it once was doesn't necessarily mean it's going away anytime soon. As long as everybody's making money in the long run, it's going to stay there. That's really what it boils down to. And yes, Gears of War I absolutely do love, by the way, because that's what got me into Xbox 360 to begin with, was Gears of War. If it wasn't for Gears of War, I would have never even played the system, to be honest. But yeah, that's kind of where I feel about the whole Call of Duty thing. There's still a few people out there that have that love for it, and it's going to continue because of those few people who still play it.
I have a love for Call of Duty, but I don't play competitively. I mean, I've tried to play competitively, but every time that I've tried to put a team together to play competitively, and I don't mean like esports competitively, I mean like GBs, we've never been able to be on the same page as far as playing together. So I enjoy I enjoy any game competitively. That's what drives me to a game. In fact, that's what keeps me playing Fortnite, is this competitive this little competitive little thing that we're doing. Is I enjoy it. It's competitiveness. I guess I can go into the to the Optic thing. I know Miss July is a big Optic fan, um, very much. In fact, I believe you wanted to be like one of the first esports players for Optic. Are you still striving for that? Because they still have.
uh,
Or
yes and no.
yes and no.
Um, yeah, yes, because it's always been a dream of mine as a kid. I
Right.
mean, watching them since Black Ops 2,
Right.
I mean, I really just I wanted to be a part of something, and that's where my competitive side kicked in. And no, because so that was the yes part, but the no is more because I'm more of a streamer now. I
Right.
love just streaming. I love just having fun with people. Like I love interacting. I had someone actually tell me in chat when I was streaming on Mixer, tell me that I was a better streamer than Ninja,
I had
and I
someone
was
tell me that
like,
the other day too. That's crazy.
I
Go
was like,
ahead.
whoa, like that's deep.
Yeah. 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 It's
And
pretty.
so they were saying that, and I was just like, holy cow. And I just love putting smiles on people's faces. I love just having fun with a game. Like, yeah, there's moments in a stream when you get upset or like you're not having fun, but it's as long as you're able to just have fun, like that's the important part.
Definitely. Definitely. So if Optic came to you right now, like I'm just of course if Optic came to
Yeah.
you right now and said, hey, um, would you stream for us? Would you do it?
I mean, if they want me to stream, then yes, I will definitely stream for them. Now, if they
Okay.
want me to be a player, like a competitive player, I probably would decline it because I want to play other games. Like Bezoid said,
Dang. I never
like
thought I would
Bezoid
hear you
said,
say that. Oh my Jesus.
like Bezoid said, like Optic won't doesn't like the game they're playing. I can
Yeah.
agree with that because I mean I thought I was gonna get really competitive, play a lot of games on World War II, and then I didn't even play it that much. I only played zombies, and that was it. And I got bored of zombies after a
Zombies.
while.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
never been a zombie player.
I am.
I'll be a streamer, but not a player.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. That sounds so weird, but no. No, definitely. So the rumor is, again, this is all rumor based, but again, you can go watch. I got my information from Hitch. I love Hitch. Hitch is awesome. I didn't get it from him personally. I just watched his video, but apparently there might be some changes coming. Just because they got to do something. Um, apparently, from yeah, he said he doesn't know per se. He just knows that he was reading some stuff on Reddit, and he doesn't know because he said straight up like Hex is not really keeping him in the loop. Nobody's really keeping him in the loop. Everybody's kind of like hesitant to talk about things right now, and it's just because like they're. Like you said, he said it before. It's like they're not happy right now. He even said straight up like the COD team is not happy. We may lose Seth. We may lose Seth. We may lose Karma. Where they go, they may go together. I don't know. But Hitch made this very good point. He said for Call of Duty, he think it would be good if the Optic team split up. Only because like it would be crazy to see like Seth versus Karma versus Krim. You know what I mean? It would bring that like rivalry back, as far like some rivalry. I don't know. I thought that'd be interesting, but just know that it. And this is what I said yesterday. Yes, it would be sad for them to break up, and I would be kind of sad because that's what got me into Call of Duty and all that stuff. But not all good things last forever. Xbox Squad. There's a day that things are going to change, and people are just not hungry anymore, and they gotta move on. Xbox Squad.
On Fridays.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, their Overwatch team is actually getting a lot of more fame than their Call of Duty
Than the
team.
Call of Duties. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be a trend. Like they're gonna jump to Overwatch and then another game, and then they're gonna go. It's gonna be like a little cycle, like a fad or a fab or
teams are already making Fortnite squads for esports.
Yeah. On Twitter, I'll see a lot of like the 15, 14-year-olds be like, I just joined this team. I'm their official Fortnite player. I'm like, oh God.
I'm going to help you out. It has nothing to do with. I'm at. Oh, what's up, Sponge Girl? But anyway, game is fun. It's the fact that Crim and Formal want to scrim and others don't. Well, it's like I'm not gonna go there because first of all, we don't know the truth, and you know, and not to put you in a weird situation. It may make you feel wrong, and it may offend you when I say this, but you can't say that. You don't live with Crim. You don't live with Scump. You don't live with Scump. They don't DM you on the low. You know what I'm saying? So we can't say that. All I can say that is this: you can't put the blame on anybody, right? When you lose as a team, you fail as a team. When you win as a team, you win as a team. You don't win because of one person. You don't lose because of one person. It isn't two people's fault. It isn't one person's fault. What's with them is with them. So I'm not gonna sit there and say, well, it's because Crim did this. It's because no, I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to play that game because I don't know them personally. So I can't sit there and say that. And I am a mod in Pro Player Chat. But okay, whatever. Still, like I said, like I'm not gonna sit here. Even if you can sit there and come with me with that news all you want, I'm not gonna say that. But cause that's just a bunch of hearsay stuff. Anybody.
The thing that is that's just one side.
Right, exactly.
That's one
Every
side
story has two
story.
sides.
Every side is two stories. One person could say on this side, this is the reason. Then
Right.
other guy in that story saying this is the reason. And so how you gonna say this is worse?
Right.
How you gonna say this version of
Right.
the story is different from that version unless you're in there, unless you're a part of that? And that's what Handy's trying to say.
Right.
He don't feel as though he could really call that because he's not in there. So it's
Yeah.
not nothing against you or what you heard.
Right.
It's how he feels. He feels as though it was wrong for him to say, well, this person said this, so I'm going to believe that versus this person saying this. So he just said, there you go.
Until like that's between them. If they want to come and they want to openly talk about that, that's them. If we could point blame, we can even say it's because Hex. We could say because Hex doesn't have full ownership of Optic anymore. And it goes most of the stuff goes to the Texas Rangers guy. It could be a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And just because somebody says it on stream or puts it in chat, everybody says stupid stuff out of emotions and out of anger, right? Out of frustration. I've done it. I've said stupid stuff out of anger. I've done it on stream, but it doesn't necessarily I mean it. So like I said, no disrespect to you or anybody, but I'm not here to entertain like mess like that. To me, that's just mess, and I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to bring it to the tomb to people that there will be changes coming. Why? I don't know. But like I said, every good thing has to come to an end. People do die. People do move on. It'll be interesting to see what happens. And I do agree with you, Fire Teen. I believe that the hype right now is all on the Overwatch team. But I believe in general, like I feel like Overwatch esports is just hype right now. You know what I mean?
It is. It's an intense sport. This one is 6 players, so it's no longer 4 players. It's very competitive. It's like Call of Duty in a sense, but it's very different. You've played Overwatch before, right? Because yeah,
I love Overwatch. It's my favorite game.
Yeah, it's a fun game. Like me and my friends, we're hardcore on Siege. We play Rainbow Six Siege all the time. We play competitively, and then one day we'll just hop into Overwatch and we'll just have the best fun ever than we've ever had before.
Like me and Bezoy that one day on stream. Oh my god,
don't forget what crew dog. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, it was a crew dog.
I want to hear this.
Oh man, we had so much. What was it? It was like a 4-man team. It was 4 or 5. Was it 4 or 5?
I think it was 4. I think
It
it was
was
4.
4,
We were trying to get 5.
and we just went so hard. I hate Optic. I would care less. Well, I mean, that's your opinion. I love Optic. I love esports in general, but I love Optic. So I mean, like I said, I'm not here to put on hate on nobody. I mean, I got pretty cool friendships with some people in Optic. So I mean, it is what it is. The Overwatch hype is because Overwatch Blizzard is making their investments. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about, DB. Imagine if Activision was to do something like that with Call of Duty into their esports. The fact that
I'm sorry. It was what Odie said is hilarious.
What'd she say? What'd she say? I missed.
I'm the next queen of England. It's fact, and I've said it in the chat.
Oh, but I mean that's exactly what I'm saying. Is like if Activision was to step behind Call of Duty, what um what a difference it would make. But that's the fact, and that's exactly what I meant, DB, when I was talking about that earlier. Yes, Blizzard stand behind them and they're investing in it well, and it's just doing amazing things. And like they're not like, yo, if you do something on stream and you are a Overwatch pro player, or you do something on stream or something on social media crazy, the Overwatch esports organization does not take that lightly at all. Like they ban you, they do all kinds of crazy stuff.
They like kick you off the team.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happened to. I don't know, but I heard that a member posted that he posted like a photo with like a beer or something, and they just kicked him out right there.
Yep.
Right then and there.
They don't play, and this might be weird to say, but I feel like that's what all esports needs to be. Like when you're playing for money and you're representing a team in a professional manner, I think you need to carry yourself in a professional manner, no matter what it is. And I feel that same with streaming. That's why I always preach streamer etiquette. When you're streaming, you are getting paid from Twitch and all this stuff. Like you need to handle yourself in a professional manner. We'll be talking about that more later, but that's just how I feel like I think that's a good thing. I think that's a really good thing that they do that. OG, do you have any more knowledge for us, sir?
The only other thing that I have is just kind of an update from last week when I had brought up. This is more for the card gamers, but Hearthstone new PVE will be effective tomorrow. They're actually having another little dungeon crawl where basically this time, instead of last year where you basically have whatever they give you and then you build from that particular heroes list, you can choose from 4 custom heroes that they're going to give you, and then you'll be able to build as the levels go on, and it's going to be free, so you're not going to have to pay for it. And the prizes for winning will be basically stuff from the new set that just dropped a little bit ago. So this is really cool because one of the biggest complaints I had about Blizzard was them making you basically pay for everything when it came to Hearthstone. And lately they've been very generous and, throwing out a lot of good content for free. They also did that last year with that PvE that they did for the dungeon crawl last year. They're doing the same thing this year, just kind of changing it how it goes. But you're going to be able to play it for free as of tomorrow and just have a lot of fun with it. And anyone who's ever played any of their PvE stuff for event modes, they're always good. They're always hilarious because the people at Blizzard are basically comedians. I'm telling you right now, they're freaking funny. But yeah, I'm really, really hype about it. I'm the card gaming guy, so I have to want to bring that out there. So if you play it, download it tomorrow and do the PvE, get some good stuff.
He's also the mobile gaming guy. Don't get it twisted. That's gonna be his new name, mobile gaming guy.
He's really pushing that too. He's pushing it hard.
And I'm gonna get you a logo made with
Wait, is that the Twitch logo right there, the mobile gaming guy?
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Well, he said first he's gonna start streaming on YouTube, but We're gonna get that logo done. The mobile gaming guy with the thumb is all gonna. It's going down. Even if I gotta pay for it to get it done, we're gonna get it done. Um, we're gonna get it done,
Hey,
and maybe we'll get Fire Team to do the logo. Hey,
hey.
Oh,
hey,
Nice.
because Fire
ain't
Team.
that good?
uh, yeah, it's all good. It's all love. Oh, speaking of which, I think it's time to put Fire Team in the hot seat now.
Yes.
12:05. It's time to put Miss July in the hot seat. Are you ready, Miss July?
I guess.
All right. So, first of all, promote your channel. Go ahead, promote your channel where the
Oh.
people can find you.
Twitch.tv/Handikillcam.
No, no. Good luck. Thank you. That's funny. That's funny.
No, it's mixer.com/Miss July. So it's MS_ and then July.
And what time can people find you?
Right now it's random because I have finals coming up and all that. So
Yo, resub Fire Team. Oh my Jesus, you had to do that right then and there, dude. Good job.
Did you have
Yo,
that plan?
7 months in a row. Let's go. Yo, Miss July. I'm gonna start calling you Miss July, even though your name says Fire Team.
I like Fire Team.
You like Fire Team?
Y'all guys grew up with that, so I like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I know you.
7 month.
Yeah.
7 months. You better tell Mr. Washington in 3 months we're having a baby. I'm just saying.
Oh, he dumped me.
What? No way!
Yeah.
No way.
No
Yeah.
way! Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you didn't know. It's fine. It was
Oh.
like a really. It was like mentally abusing. So
Well,
it's
I didn't
okay.
like him anyway.
That's good. That's good. Nobody liked him. Not even my friends.
I
Like in
didn't
my.
like honestly. Like it took me cause like I respect you a lot and I respect your
Yeah.
streams, but like
Yeah.
every time you would get high from your streams and he would tell you, babe, shut up. I just wanted to just like,
Exactly.
oh my god, I just wanted to like wring his neck. I'm like, bro, do you realize what you're doing? Like, bro, like this is like her stream and you're like totally being a dickhead. Like,
Yeah,
I
he
just,
was.
yeah. So
He
I mean,
was
good riddance.
possessive, controlling, jealous type.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
Well, I'm
I'm better
sorry,
now.
but I'm not sorry. Okay.
So I'm actually kind of happy I got out of there.
I just wish you would have done it to him instead of him doing it to you. But it's all good.
I mean, it was weird. It went both ways. Like I dumped him first, and then we got back together, and then he was like, "No, it's not over till I say it's over. I'm dumping you." And
Wow.
I was like, "Okay." So
yeah, he's definitely power headed.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
No, I
okay.
found someone better. So
Well, that's good. Well, let him know in 3 months we're having a baby if you choose to sub to me at 9 months.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah. I'll let him know.
Okay. But definitely. So you're streaming at a random times right now. You said, right?
Yeah, because of finals and all that. It's really hectic right now.
It's all good. It's all good. And if you are on my Discord, she is in my streamers thing. So whenever she goes live, it pops up. Be sure to go check her out. Okay. So my first question is, why, and when did you start streaming?
Like the very beginning or like mixer beginning?
Well, very beginning.
Very beginning. I started streaming on Twitch probably 2016. No, I lied. My apologies. Probably let's see 2014.
Nice.
So that was when I was 16. That's when I first got my Elgato. So I started streaming around there. I was like little, so I thought I knew everything. So it was pretty fun. I just played whatever game that I wanted to play, and then I stopped because of school. And then I went to YouTube. That didn't really go well. And then I went back to streaming on Twitch, and it was so much fun. I mean, I met you, Handikillcam. I met so many amazing people. And of course, like you meet enemies along the way. So I made a few enemies. And so there was this one enemy who literally threw me off. Like it got to the point where I went back into depression. I went back to like suicidal thoughts and all that. It was really bad. So I was like, I need to get out of here. And so then Mixer came. That's when one of my friends who streams on Mixer said, "Hey, you should try Mixer. It's really cool." And I was like, "Okay." So I tried it out. That's when I started saying, "Hey, I'm gonna be gone for a while." And I went on Mixer, and like everybody I followed opened me with open arms. They were very nice. It's totally a different experience. Like you ask them like, "Hey, were you on Twitch?" And they're like, "Yeah, we used to be on Twitch, but we moved to Mixer." There's this guy named Syfy. He has almost 200K followers on Mixer, but he used to be partnered on Twitch, and he moved to Mixer. And so
Wow.
Twitch is begging that one guy to come back, and he's like, "Nope, I'm staying on Mixer." And so I enjoy Mixer. The only reason why I am on Twitch still is because of Handikillcam you and
Oh,
maybe like two other friends, but they don't
that's
really
awesome.
stream as much. So if anything, you.
Oh,
That's the
that's
only
awesome.
reason.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
Well,
no problem.
you are the reason why I am streaming on Twitch, and just know that me and Bezoid, we all got your back. Um, like,
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm hoping to come.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people take the good-hearted people for granted, and that's what happened on Twitch when I
that's
was
funny.
meeting
I went through the
people.
same situation, like, well, not like that deep, but I went to a situation like that about a week ago. And but it's, you know what I just did? I did a simple thing called a block button, and just took care of that situation, and just blocked them to where they have no way of reaching me personally. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna cast no shade to that person or whatever, but they having the
yeah,
right to feel the way they feel, and this the way I see it is haters always haters will hate when they know you're about to get elevated. So it is what it is.
definitely.
So hey, it is what it is. Hulk
Yeah, I know.
dies. Okay, well, don't read that. Don't read that.
Oh, that's
Don't.
not true.
Okay, that's
That's
not
not true.
true. Okay.
That's not true. No, I know the movie. That's not true.
It doesn't matter if you lack a voice. Yeah, we got all kinds of disability streamers on stream, and if you get into streaming, I know able gamers would back you, Jess. But you need to get older. I think. I don't think you could be 14 in streaming. I think you need to be 16. But just know that don't let your disability stop you from streaming. Okay? It can actually it actually can help somebody, as I'm learning with somebody with it being a disability. Me, it helps. Sorry, bit of. It's all good. It's a joke.
Nah, you're good, me.
It's
I
all
know
good.
all the spoilers. I know all of them.
But so Bezoid, do you want to ask her a question?
Of course, of course. Um, I'm not gonna go as serious as Handy said earlier, and that, but I'm gonna ask you this: what was the first game you picked up that made you love with the game?
Can you repeat it? I'm sorry. I kind of like cut out. My apologies.
Oh, no problem. What was the first game you picked up that truly made you fall in love with games?
Um, I didn't pick it up. My dad picked it. This was
Uh-huh.
when we got our first gaming console. It was a PlayStation 2. So he picked up Medal of Honor Frontline.
Oh,
So
Man.
it's
nice.
my favorite game. I still have it. That game. I still have it. Like the
I used to
original
play that
case
game.
and everything. I loved it 100%.
Yep.
And I remember as I grew older, when the internet started being a little bit faster, I was able to get cheat codes, and that was the best thing.
She was one of those.
I beat the game first, and then I went to the cheat codes.
Nice. She's all.
Come on, y'all. Y'all know back in the day, everybody at least
Yeah, I
did
owned
that.
a Game Shark back in the day.
Everybody either had a Game Shark or what was the other one? There's another one.
Game Genie.
Game Genie.
Game Genie. There you go. Everybody at least had one of those. Looked it up online.
Yep.
What can we do?
Yep. Big head
Oh,
mode.
I remember
Yeah.
every website you went to, they would either ask for your phone number or like, what's your zip code or something like that. They would always ask you in order to get like a cheat code or something like that.
Mhm. I definitely with the Switch on
With the Switch on the Genesis, man.
the man. See, that's very old memories. Right?
OG, what do you
Mhm.
have to ask her?
So I want to see if you can answer an exclusive question that no one else might know for your future plans. Is there something in terms of streaming, like a game that you're thinking about doing in the future that you might put up, pretty soon?
Oh, that's easy. I want to like stream my polo matches.
Polo
Nice.
matches.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I just got accepted into the San Antonio like polo club, so I'm a part of their official team. So I'm gonna be playing for them. So whenever we play against other teams, I want to like get a little like camera stand because you know how Streamlabs you could stream through there through Twitch like
Yeah.
with your
Mhm.
phone.
Mhm.
So Mixer has an app called Mixer Create, and you can use that app to stream IRL and all that. So I want to get like maybe I don't know something to put the camera like on my chest so I could stream my polo games while I'm riding the horse and all that. So like the camera won't fall off. I get to like see first person view of it.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Like I didn't know polo was a thing in San Antonio. Jeez.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. Like after playing for Texas State, I mean, I was like, I need to keep playing. I want to keep playing. This is a fun sport. So I quickly signed up and they were like, okay, well, it's gonna give us a while. And then I paid all my dues. And then they were like, you know what? You're experienced. You know how to play. Why don't you join our team? And I was like, oh, so I'm not just a member. I'm part of the team now. So it's pretty
Wow!
cool.
Congratulations. That's hype.
Thank you.
That's hype. That's
Yeah.
hype.
Nice.
That's
So
awesome.
I really want to stream my games, and plus it'll be different. Like nobody really follow, so when they see someone playing it, they'll be like, "What's that?"
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've heard of polo, but I never knew like it was actually like a still thriving sport. That's crazy. That's what's up.
That's a very unique thing.
Yeah, that
I haven't
yeah.
seen that though.
I haven't either. So you should do it. Um,
Yeah,
maybe you should look into like getting a GoPro or something.
I have one. It's just it's not the Wi-Fi one. That's the part that sucks.
Oh, dang, dang. Well, we're gonna
I'm
have to
like,
see what you need to get the Wi-Fi one. Get
Yeah.
you rolling.
those
Get
are
you.
quite
Get it
expensive, my
rolling.
friend.
Hey, God does things. God opens doors. You know
That's
this.
very true.
You
I
know
do.
this.
I do.
Dang. So my next question is, bum bum bum. If you could, okay, so you're on Mixer, right? Well, we'll say
Yeah.
Mixer and Twitch. Well, actually, we'll say YouTube too, cause you were on YouTube too. Um,
Yeah.
we'll say all three. If you could change one thing about all three of those things, all three of those platforms, what would be the one thing for each one and why?
Hmm. I
Like,
don't know. That's actually a good one. That's a good one. Cause I actually like the way they are. Um. Hmm. I gotta think that this one really got. I think of anything, so I would say Twitch payout, the way Twitch pays you. Because
yeah.
on Mixer, it's 50-50.
Oh
Mixer
wow.
gets half, the streamer gets the other half. That's how it is when you get partnered. And on Twitch, I think it's how many percent? Like
It's
25
it,
or
no, it's 50-50 right now. It's
50
it's
50?
50-50, yeah. But
Okay.
when you get when you're affiliated, it's 50-50. When you get partnered, it's 60-40.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if anything, so then it would probably have to be the because I forgot about the payout.
Yeah.
But it would be requirements because you need to do so much in order to get partnered on Twitch. As of Mixer, you just need a good hype chat. I mean, good amount of viewers. If anything, they set the maximum for average is 50, but if you have lower, that's fine.
Yeah.
And you need at least 750, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, the guy over at the one of the main guys, the partner guy at Mixer was like, Handy, you know, if you come over, right, we'll get you. I was like, yeah, man, I get it, but my community's on Twitch, man, and I can't do it. I can't do it, and I
Yeah.
said I got the Biddy song. I can't do it, bro, cause I was can't do it, and so I stayed. But yeah, that's cool. And what would be the one thing you would change on YouTube?
Um, I think if anything, they should have like categories, like how Twitch and Mixer have it, like certain games,
Mm-hmm.
so that your feed isn't all Fortnite. You can have it in categories, and so you know what you want to watch.
Yeah, that's very true. That's annoying.
It's very
That's very annoying because like my whole thing is like nothing but Fortnite right now. I have to like go like all the way down and like watch the stuff I want to watch. And believe it or not, half this time the stuff I watch on YouTube is not Fortnite. Because if I want to watch somebody that gets a lot of wins on Fortnite, I just go watch DB live. um,
Shout out to DB.
Shout out to DB, just underscore DB. You want to see somebody with 800 wins? Go check him out. He practically gets 100 wins a week.
Oh, wow.
It seemed like that though. You ain't gonna. It feel like that though. Maybe 100 wins a month.
Hey, the man gets wins.
Yeah. Bezoy, what's your next question?
My next question is, I'm going to hit you with a hard one now.
Okay?
Okay.
What does Bezoy have to do to get Fire Team back on Twitch?
Damn.
You would have.
I don't know, because like there's that fear that's still in me that negativity community that I was in is gonna come back, because it was really bad. I was getting death threats. I was like Twitter harassment and all, because one little thing I did, but they do it, and so I was really scared, and I'm still scared to go back to Twitch, because I feel the minute I hop back on, they're just gonna come back like a bee's nest, be like, "Hey, get out of here." Like they've even made like fake Twitch accounts to troll my channel whenever I stream. So that's why I wanted to get out too.
That's frustrating, and I understand that.
It's just that fear I have, that small fear.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still scared.
But just know that if you ever want to, and it's a thing, we got your back. You could totally rebrand yourself, just be a totally different name, and people won't even probably realize who you are. We got your back though.
I appreciate it.
Beasley does have a protection plan out there.
Oh, you do? How much do you charge, man? It's
for like, you, it would be absolutely free.
Oh, absolutely dude, I was gonna give like 2 bits, but that's good. That works too.
Yeah. We won't let this happen.
These are protection plans.
We'll talk more about it off stream, but we wouldn't
full coverage.
Yeah, we won't let this happen.
Eyewitness news this morning.
Yeah, I know, right?
We're like Allstate. You're good.
You're good.
Definitely taking care of it.
Actually, me and B were talking about it off stream. Because it's sad that regardless of the situation, regardless of whatever, no person should ever feel that way. Everybody has feelings, and the fact that somebody would push somebody to that is dumb. It's just crazy. Bezoid will only protect you from win. Oh, dang! DV said Bezoid will only protect you from wins on Fortnite. Dang! And Bezoid's on the phone and he can't respond. Go ahead.
Oh, I hear Mixer calling my name. Hold up, I think I should lean towards that.
Alright, dang. Alright, OG. What's your
name? Say that.
Huh? Go ahead. You gotta
read. Say that when I get on the.
Yeah, you wanna go ahead with that comeback? Go ahead. I already know you wanna say something.
Well, for us to protect you from wins, you guys are losing to.
Yeah, I'd say you guys are kind of losing right now. So.
I think y'all need that work, because I don't know, y'all gotta play catch up.
Yeah, y'all playing catch up on Friday, so we'll see what happens. Well, y'all have to muster something up. Anyway, all right, OG, what is your next question?
Probably the easy one, 2-part questioner. I'm just curious. So where did Miss July and Fire Team come from? Where did you come up with these usernames from?
Okay, so Fire Team, this is gonna take a while to explain, but Fire Team 159. No, 1 + 5 does not equal 6 for 69. That's not like a clever thing.
Even though we are on episode 69.
That's kind of ironic.
True.
Oh god. So I'll just start with the numbers to get those out of the way. So 159. So 9. That's September. That was the month that I created my Xbox 360 account. And then 15. That was 2015. that was when I created my Xbox, like official Xbox Live account. That was when I
Okay.
created it. And then Fire Team, there's this screenplay I was writing. Teenage girl who had superpowers and she like could control fire. Like she can just snap her fingers and like boom, like she would have a flame in her hand. And it was like a good drama. I lost it. I don't know where I put it, so now it's like missing forever. But I have the idea still in my head. But it was just that screenplay, and her name was Maisie. So, and she was a teenager, so teen, and then fire because she could control fire. And then Miss July, everyone called me July. Everyone, that's like my nickname. Everyone calls me that. And I'm no longer a teenager, so I was like, okay, let me just be a little bit weird and different. Miss July, there we go.
Man, there you go.
Hey, that worked.
Yeah.
No, right?
Awesome.
That's weird. I always wondered where it was from, but I just never had.
Yeah.
Beefy
I
guy.
always try to
So why is your name Fire?
have meaning. I'm sorry, Beezard? My
I
fault.
was saying when I first met you back in Stuttermine, I always wondered like why is her name Fire?
Yeah.
I
Now
didn't
you
want to
know.
ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
So if you ever see me in the big screen, you know why.
hey, yep. Hey, one day you gonna make it.
Yeah.
One day you gonna make it, especially with you already in the hype zone. In Mixer, dang, that's amazing. You're gonna get partnered in no time. If you're not
I
partnered,
know.
if you're not partnered already, you gonna get there.
Yeah.
You gonna get there.
Do you
It
see
just
the
takes
Xbox
time.
Squad? The Xbox
I saw 'em. I saw 'em.
concept.
I saw 'em.
They're trying to figure out a way. What
Yeah.
they don't know is not going to be Friday.
All of a sudden, I'm gonna be like on the break of winning the match. But oh no, my controller disconnected. No, I wouldn't do that.
No. You gotta
No.
play your heart out.
I know, I gotta
your
play my heart out, just like I always do on both teams. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't do that. But it would be kind of funny though, just saying. So my next question is to you: for any like streamer, whether it be on Mixer or on Twitch or YouTube, what would be a streamer etiquette move or something that they should do to help grow their channel, and why?
Just be happy. Have fun.
Yeah.
That's it. If you're not happy and not having fun, then streaming isn't for you.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
If you're happy, if you're able to just have fun with your viewers, able to crack them up, make them laugh, say a funny joke here and there, or just in general, like lose a game of Fortnite and rage, but they laugh at it. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
to me, like as long as you have fun, that's it.
Definitely agree. Well,
No
you
wrong with that.
nothing wrong with that. Do y'all have any more questions for
Oh, gee. No, it's my turn, right?
her? Yeah, it is your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. This question is this: Mixer or Twitch or even YouTube, is there somebody that you watch stream that not really not really know a lot to everybody that you would like to shout out?
So on Mixer, there's these two streamers. They're both partnered, but they're actually pretty fun to watch. Like they appreciate me, I appreciate them. They have all my respect. It's Gofu and Sione, and they're pretty funny.
I've heard Sione somewhere.
Yeah, I've heard of that name too. I've heard that name too, Sione.
Yeah, it's Sione and Skofu. Like they're like two peas in a pod. Like they're always together, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, Mixer makes it very easy to do co-streams, by the way.
Yeah,
Throwing it out there.
You can put so if I was to co-stream with one of my friends, and let's say you guys come in, you would see all of our screens, and only mine would be playing the audio, but you would still be able to hear everything that's going on, and you can like adjust it to who you want to hear, and
Yeah.
the chat would be the same chat.
Yeah,
So if you jump into Handikillcam stream and we're both co-streaming, his chat is the same as my chat, so we can see everything that's going on.
Yeah, like Mixer really thought it. Like even like Mixer like really thought of it, to where it's like YouTube, to where like YouTube is like streaming was like a second thought, but like Mixer like really put it together. The only thing that stinks about Mixer for the console streamers is like they don't have it for PlayStation, and that's where That's why I feel like Mixer dropped the ball. But I mean, it's kind of like not their fault because they got bought by Microsoft. But I think it would be really cool if Mixer was on PlayStation also.
Yeah.
Like as
I
far as
mean, you can
console.
stream PlayStation games. You just need a capture card. That's it.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about because like I have a lot of streamers that just stream from the console, like
Mhm.
without the capture card.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of stinks in that
Yeah.
retrospect.
I dig it.
Yep. So you did very well in your interview, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Dude, no
Oh wait.
problem, man.
OG's got a question. Let me. He's
Oh,
like so
my
quiet.
apologies.
OG.
I was just letting y'all's turn go. I'm not going to be rushing or nothing. Ironically, Beeswood actually took the question I was going to ask if you had like any shout outs. But I'm going to ask you this. This might be just for me. Is in the event that I was curious. Let's
Uh-huh.
say I wanted to put my mobile platforming on Mixer. How easy would that be if I'm the type of person? Not saying I'm going to do this because I know everybody wants me to stream for some reason. But anyway, um, if I wanted to if I wanted to be on Mixer, would me just using my phone be doable, or would there be extra steps I'd have to take?
Yeah, so it's quite easy. You just need the Mixer Create app, and then it'll say like screen capture, and then it could capture everything that's on your phone
Yeah,
screen.
it's actually
So
stupid easy.
yeah, like me and my friends will be playing like Fortnite Mobile or PUBG Mobile, and we'll just be like, hey, let's pop a quick stream. And I'm like, okay, like I'll stream 2 games or 1 game or how many like my battery can hold. And so we'll just do a quick one.
Yeah, it's actually
Nice.
it's really easy.
That's cool.
Yeah, you really don't need nothing. It's kind of like how that app is you already have, but
Yeah.
it just stream it like but Mixer has their own app and it streams it to your Mixer channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they also have age requirements too. So like you can adjust your stream to the audience that you want. So if you play like kid oriented games like Mario Kart, Zelda, or I don't know, like any game that like Subnautica, any game that you know little kids love to play, you can adjust your stream to be family friendly. So and that will bring all the viewers that you. If you want to do like something a little bit more like rated T games, like Tekken, Street Fighter, or any of those games, you can orient your stream to teen rated, and so you can only have it limited to teenagers and up. Or
Or
if you're streaming, oh sorry, go ahead,
I was
Andy.
gonna say, can you make it E for everyone?
Yes and no. If it's rated T, you have to put your stream in teen rated stream, or if it's
Okay.
rated M, you have to be 18 plus.
Okay.
Yeah, so for like if you're streaming like Call of Duty or like Gears of War, Halo, or any of those crazy games everyone loves, your stream rating has to be 18 plus, and that will orient just the adults. So you don't have like a 5-year-old coming in and saying like I can do better than you. You have a strictly adult
Crew
stream.
Dog said most kids lie about their age though.
That's true, but you can catch on because Mixer doesn't allow kids to say their age. So like let's say I'm 15 and I hop into an 18 plus stream and everyone's talking. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait till I turn 16." They will ban me and I will get reported and then my account could be terminated because I lied about my age. Mixer's really strict about age. Unless you're 18 plus, then you can discuss your age.
What about the profile though? They could lie on their profile.
The Xbox Live won't be gone. It's just their Mixer account will be like
No,
terminated.
I mean they can lie on their profile on their Mixer account. Like say for instance, if I'm 12, and I create my Mixer profile, I can say that I'm like first creating. I can say I'm 18 because I can go and like pick the year and the day or whatever. Then they think
I
I'm
mean, kids nowadays aren't that smart, but if you're smart enough, then yeah, you can get away.
yeah. I'll say I'm pretty sure some kid can do it, but yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you
No,
on that.
I've banned a couple kids on my stream because of that. Like you have to, it's a rule.
Oh, so
Like if you don't, like if someone says they're under 18 and you're in an 18 plus stream, you have to
you have to
like
ban them.
ban them. Yeah, you have to ban them or time them
Wow.
out in your stream, and you have to report them, and the account will either get suspended or terminated.
Wow, I see you, Mixer. I see you. I see you. Dang, I see you. Interesting. Interesting. Thoughts on that? That's a little side quest question. What are y'all's thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's cool. I mean, it puts it on the responsibility somewhat on the streamer to kind of catch these things, and it proves if you're actually paying attention to your audience or not. So I do like the fact that they're kind of strict and they're proactive in dealing with people who are potentially lying about stuff because at the end of the day, they have to maintain a level of professionalism, and they're going to look bad if they're letting a bunch of kids look at mature content, and parents are going to start screaming at them, and the ESRB is going to jump in, and it could cause them a big image hit. So the fact that they're strict on their policies and they're actually proactive and get dealing with it, I think is a very smart and good professional move.
You, Bezoid, what are your thoughts? Did Bezoid leave?
He's probably no, he's still here. He's on mute. He might have something that
Oh,
probably came up because
okay.
I've had distractions all morning too, so I understand where he's coming from right now.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
I have the Discord stuff muted when I'm streaming, so like I don't hear when somebody's muted or when somebody leaves. Parents need to parent though, and electronic devices. Yes, yes, but like I mean, sometimes kids still steal the electronic devices or take it. So I mean, it should honestly it should as a professional streamer and as a mods, it should be on the streamers. It should be the streamer's responsibility. And this goes into the next topic I want to talk about since Beats is not here and can answer the question. Is streamer etiquette. You guys know that I strongly preach streamer etiquette. I'm not a big streamer, not partnered on Twitch, but I do. Hey, even though I'm not there, it's better to practice these practices now. I believe that for streamer etiquette, you should always pay attention to your audience, and if you feel like somebody is, being inappropriate or doing inappropriate things, you should get rid of them. I also believe that it's not fair for a streamer to come in and broadcast their own channel while you're streaming. It's very rude. It's very inappropriate. You don't see McDonald's coming in the wind or Whataburger saying, "Hey, you can come test out our Big Mac for free. Come check out our new Big Mac sauce." You don't see that. They wouldn't appreciate that. Um, you know, um, so there's just stream etiquette. There's things you don't talk about on stream. There's things that you don't put in chat. These are all things that I believe and I follow. Some of these things are things that necessarily you don't see in other streamers, but it's things that I do. Just because I feel like you should, as a streamer, hold yourself in a professional manner. Because you never know. This is what I say, right? If you are not okay, so this is just mine, and it may offend somebody, but if you are not influencing somebody, um, in a positive way, or you are not, or just not influencing somebody in your stream, or you are not, like, I don't know the other word, but if you're not like doing that, you're doing one thing. You're either doing two things wrong. You're either not motivated yourself. Oh, that's the word, motivated. Or you're streaming for the wrong reasons. You should always be some kind of influence. Now, granted, there are negative influences out there. There are, granted, I'm gonna tell you this. It pays to be a more positive influence. Being a dick on stream is not ever good, even if somebody's being a dick back. Um, uh, um, Even if somebody's being a dick back, it's never good to be a dick, because it's like this, right? If basically like this, if I call a customer service representative and I'm being a total jerk to this dude, and this dude goes out of character or out of work mode and says, "F you, dude. You don't talk to me that way." Guess who gets more in trouble? Does the guy that called that was upset get in trouble? No. The person that is the call center guy gets more in trouble. And I believe, OG, you can contest to this, correct?
Yes, I've been in the call center industry for over a decade, and yes, it's always our fault, despite the fact that really it's usually the person calling's fault. So yes, we do have to maintain a level of professionalism, otherwise our jobs are terminated. Regardless of what you guys do to us, we have to just sit there and take. Well, not to some degree. If a person gets too aggressive, we can honestly just hang up on them. So there is a certain thing level of things you can do, so people can't completely destroy you, but yes, at the same time, you do have to hold a level of professionalism even when you're a customer service rep. So yeah, Handy's.
Yeah. Did we lose you? You said OG.
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, it would be the call center's person's fault because of the fact that we still have to maintain that level of professionalism. So you're right.
Yeah, and a lot of people may not agree with that on Twitch, but that's the rule I follow. So if you see somebody ever like trolling me or being angry or like doing something stupid, this is why I don't get mad. And this is why I just because at the end of the day, if I do ever get reported, which it may be a thing, I don't know, they're gonna look at see, well, how did Handy handle that situation? What did Handy do to either provoke the situation, or what did Handy do to eliminate the situation? So these are things that I think of. So like this is why you'll never see me, um, you know, go off on somebody or like that, because it's like at the end of the day, I'm the one that's responsible on how I carry myself, and that's how it should be for anybody that wants to do this professionally. Now, if you don't want to do this professionally, that's fine. You just want to do this for just whatever because you just want people to watch you, and you are not trying to do this professionally. That's fine. But just understand this. When you come to Handikillcam's channel, Handy is trying to do this in a professional manner. Whether Handy makes a ton of money from it or not, that's in God's hands. That has nothing to do with me. Regardless, however much money I make, I want to do this in a professional manner. So I will always try to handle myself in the most professional manner possible. And you have to understand also what I do, because I am part of Able Gamers, also reflects Able Gamers. So how I handle a situation, just like for instance, the person that came in here, right, said, and I'm gonna use him for an example. The person that came in here said, "I respect your charity and what you do for charity. I will be looking forward to working with you, and talking with you later." Okay, so you see what I'm saying? What I do as a streamer, how I handle my streams, what I say in streams, even though Able Gamers is not in here every day, even though that I don't get paid from Able Gamers because Able Gamers is a non-profit organization, it's what I do as a streamer and how I handle things as a streamer reflects Able Gamers. And whoever is streaming, if you're streaming for an organization or for a community for that matter, you have to understand that you represent who is like holding you accountable, or who you're under. Just for instance, just like if I made it into SOAR, because I did try out for SOAR this week, considering Amanda the Jedi, or last week, since Amanda the Jedi showed me so much love last week, I was like, man, this is a pretty cool organization. Maybe I should try out. Just like if I did join SOAR and they said, you know what, Handikillcam, we want you in SOAR. What I do as a streamer represents SOAR to the company, and is a reflection. Now, so I mean, and to this extent also, even though Twitch is a big company and you may see yourself as a small number in the company, what you do as a streamer on and off social media reflects Twitch, reflects what Twitch is. What basically tells people, well, I don't want to go to Twitch, or I ain't going back to Twitch. It's the same thing that happened with Miss July, Fire Teen. What made her not want to go to Twitch is because of how certain situations were handled, and how that person reflected themselves. Whoever that person is, that's between her and God, and that person. But you have to understand that because that person did that, that put a sour note in somebody's mouth for Twitch. And what I mean in somebody's mouth, I mean Miss July. This is why she's hesitant on coming back to Twitch. And this is why I strongly tell you guys each and every time that, we have to be careful how we represent ourselves in Twitch. And we have to make sure that we don't make emotional decisions or emotional verbal comments due because of our emotions. If we find ourselves feeling tilted or getting upset or angry at a situation that it may be wrong, it may be right, it may be a misunderstanding, we need to be able to subtract ourselves or remove ourselves from the situation or just immediately stop. Because how you act to that person or how that person may see you act to somebody or do to somebody may turn their whole life around or may make them change on how they perceive Twitch or streaming for that matter. That's why I always say with great power comes responsibility. And, because Twitch kind of makes it easy any streaming platform makes it easy for you to just start streaming, a lot of people don't realize how much power comes into streaming. So if you really want to get into streaming and understand streaming, you have to understand there comes a big responsibility and because it's a big power. You have the chance to impact somebody's life and influence somebody's life that you never even knew. This is why I tell you, Jess, that you should start streaming, because there may be some people that are in your situation that may not be able to speak, and they may feel like they have nothing that they can do, or maybe they want to get into gaming, or maybe they don't know how. Maybe they just don't know how. If you have a passion to get into streaming and you want to get into streaming, the worst thing you could do is just not do it. Do it. If there's a passion that is thriving in you, then do it. And I say this to anybody that wants to do anything. If there's a passion that's inside you and it's thriving in you, do it. The worst thing you could do is not do it. And yeah, that's just pretty much what I have to say on that situation. I don't know if OG wants to comment. Go ahead, OG, if you want to comment.
Well, first and foremost, I've never streamed. Okay, I've streamed once, but that was on
Don't lie.
accident.
Facebook.
Yeah, I did a Facebook thing for Hearthstone once, but that was really just a testing thing. That wasn't actually me trying to put myself out there. But what I could say is understand your company's policies and procedures, and use your character towards that, to where if you're the kind of person that's a little edgy, as long as you don't cross those Twitch or Mixer or YouTube, boundaries, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
So just know your policies and procedures and be your own character. Like, know who you are. Don't try to be like somebody else. I mean, that's really the biggest thing that I could say.
Yeah, definitely. And Bezoid, welcome back. Do you have anything you want to say real quick?
I don't know what the topic was. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. You just came back. I didn't know if you were listening. I was basically talking about, streamer etiquette. And basically, that with great power comes responsibility, and this is why I sit there and say, because of course I was talking about the follower stuff, but I was basically talking about how we handle things as a streamer and how we react to certain things could impact somebody's life in a negative or positive way, and with great power comes responsibility. And I was kind of using Mrs. July's thing as an example, that because somebody handled something in a non-professional manner, and it put a negative taste in somebody's mouth about Twitch and makes them not want to come to Twitch. So therefore, we have to be careful as streamers. With great power comes responsibility, and I keep saying that because it's true, and we have to, and we were also talking about that, somebody may be coming here and be a dick or a punk, but we're held more accountable on how we react to that person than that person that comes in there for that 5 seconds. And I was using um, the call scenario, the call center scenario as an example, because OG works at a call center, and he confirmed that a person can call in and be a total jerk to OG, but at the end of the day, OG is held responsible for how he handles that
How I
call.
respond to it.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's the same thing with streaming, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
yeah, definitely.
The thing about it, uh, having streaming etiquette. Okay, do I mean it's cliche, it's used a lot in real life, but doing to others what you want done unto you. I mean, would you want? Okay, think about it this way. At first, I'm gonna go off your followers, and then I'm gonna go off others.
Right.
Would you want you as a different person, not talk about Handy? Would you want somebody to come in your stream that you do not know, promote themselves, and you don't know what they're about?
Right.
With what if this person isn't the type of person that you yourself are okay with?
Right.
What if they go against your morals and your own judgment?
Right.
Why would you allow that to be a thing where they could come in and promote themselves and you don't know what they're about? They could be about racism, or they could be about bigotry, or they could be about anything, and you don't know.
Right.
So it's totally better to not. It's totally. I understand exactly why you don't allow somebody you don't know, and I agree with that. I mean, I definitely agree. Now, as far as people doing like things, fire team situation, like somebody, don't don't message them, don't deal with them. Just go your separate.
Right.
If I don't like this person, why would I hang around this person?
Right.
If I don't like this streamer, why would I go in this person's stream?
Right.
Why would I go bother with somebody? I mean, you gotta have more time you gotta have something else that you can do in your lifetime than to mess with somebody else that you don't like.
Right.
If you don't like, leave them alone. Go your own way. They go on their own way. There you go. Why try to hinder somebody else
Right.
for no reason?
Right. I totally agree.
I
Do you
don't
think
get that.
maybe these people just want attention? Like they're just begging for attention because they don't even get attention in their own.
I would think that. I would think they would want attention. I would also think that there's things that such as obsession, right? You like somebody, so whatever they do, you want to make sure they're right and they're not wrong, because if they're wrong, then something's wrong with me because I like that person and they're wrong. When you can separate the two, there are things I like about this character, but there are things I don't like about this person. I agree with this, but I don't agree with that.
Right.
Just because you like a certain streamer, a certain person, a certain sports figure, a certain politician, don't mean everything they do you have to agree with.
Right.
You don't have to be a yes man or a yes woman.
No.
You can have your own thought process.
Right, and there are some streamers who their mods are like that. And whenever someone comes in and one little disagreement, they snap. They'll just snap on you.
Yep.
And that's ridiculous.
Referring back to my situation, that's exactly. They were all about that, and I said one tiny disagreement, and it snapped. That was like a bridge.
Right. And that's why I said there has to be streamer etiquette, and and that's why it come forth now, like Handy's not gonna be so generous when it comes to mods, because it's like this. And I had to remove a mod. I'm not gonna say who, whatever. I mean, you'll pretty much figure it out. But if you don't follow with what I follow, how I run my channel, simple as this. If you don't agree with how I run my channel and you're a mod on my channel, tell me, and I'm gonna remove your sword, because I do things. Yes, I'm not a big streamer. Yes, I don't get 100,000 viewers. But it doesn't mean I shouldn't handle my stream in a professional manner. Like I said, when you come to Handy Stream, you're going to see, in a professional manner, Maybe not 100%. Maybe you're gonna catch me slip, but nobody's perfect. But you know, so if you know if you don't agree with it, fine. It doesn't hurt me that you don't. But you just won't be a mod. Because you know I there's no reason why a mod um should not respect not only respect not only respect your rules, but they should also respect your viewers. And you know, a lot of times too, a lot of things need to be happening behind closed doors. Like no, no mod in any stream should be attacking anybody. That's not a mod's job. A mod's job is never to attack. The sword is never to attack. The sword, in fact, you know what? They should change the mod sword to a shield, because the mod is to protect the streamer from any fires happening. And what do I mean by fires? A viewer should never come in and try to start drama. If a viewer comes in and tries to start drama, it should be handled, or any self promotion or anything like that. But a mod should never, never, ever, 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 ever should ever attack, or should ever promote, or should ever instigate anything. That's not a mod's job. A mod's job is to sit there and make sure that the chat is running good, and that if the streamer needs anything, the mod takes care of it, handles the stream. And if there's any fires, the mod is to make sure the fire goes out. So I mean, I don't know. That's how I feel. Does anybody else disagree?
No, I feel I'm saying why it shouldn't. And I've seen this in bigger streamers, bigger streamers stream where the mod is like waiting on somebody to do something so he could try. It's like he's trying to get the attention,
Right.
more as the mod than the streamer, or as much as the streamer.
Right.
And it's like instigating to want to control the chat.
Right.
And that's not how it plays. I'm glad you got a lot of great mods and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. And yep. But just know I'm letting this know that I'm been very generous on mods, but you know, guys been dealing with me a lot. And so I'm not gonna be as generous as I am with mods. You know, just because. You know, I always say this, and this comes from a biblical standpoint. Not that I'm not trying to put anything biblical into the saying, but time tells all truth, right? So how long somebody's in your stream and how long you get to know somebody, you really get to learn who they are. So that's why I do the loyal thing. Another reason why I do the loyal thing, because you find out if people are really here to really play with you, get to know your stream, or they just want that 5 minutes of on stream because they can sit there and tell their friends, "Oh, I played with this streamer. I played with this stream," and then they never come back. You know, it's just how it is. I don't know how it is, and that wraps up my streamer etiquette. Without further ado, if any of y'all got any other knowledge, let me know that you want to drop. Sorry, I went deep, guys. Sorry.
You're good.
Handy goes deep.
It's okay.
Wow.
As long as you let out that information, and we need to hear that.
Yeah.
Handy goes deep. That's the line of the day.
Handy goes deep. Hashtag.
Hashtag handy deep.
Handy deep.
Why am I
Start it trending.
giggling?
Let's get it trending, boys.
Oh my God, Handy goes deep. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Off that. I think you did. I think you said it very well, very graciously. I mean, a lot of people go overboard. Okay, if you're modding somebody and you don't agree with the way they go about their stream, correct?
Right.
Bring it to their attention in a non-attacking way.
Right.
Maybe it's something you see that the streamer don't see,
Right.
and you're like, I'm trying to give you a different point of view. If that person don't agree with you, don't attack them.
Right.
Just say, okay, I'm not with this, and just go ahead and go your separate way.
Exactly.
There's no need to attack.
There's no
There's
need.
no need to attack
There's no
anybody.
need.
If you just have a disagreement, you just don't agree on stuff. You don't have to say this person is wrong, that person is wrong. I just don't agree with it. So I'm just gonna go my separate way, and it'll be simple as that. It's some situations going on, taking it, and that's probably happened to you, and you felt that way. But in any case, in any future thing, if somebody has a thought process where they don't agree with somebody else, bring it to their attention. Maybe they don't understand it
Right.
like you do. If they get it from you and then they're like, well, this is how I want to do it, and you don't agree with that, let it go. Let it go.
Make sure a mod doesn't have. Make sure that a mod doesn't ban a sub.
Agreed. Agreed.
Mhm.
I definitely agree with that. What
Exactly.
you're saying is,
Exactly.
and make sure that a mod doesn't ban a sub. That decision should be made by the streamer.
Yep.
Totally agree.
Yep.
Now a mod can bring it to the streamer's attention and let him make the call.
Right.
Mhm.
Like anybody, like, and this is just like pretty much anybody that's been banned from my stream, unless I've seen it. If I haven't seen it, a lot of times the sub brings it to my attention what happened and why. I mean, not the sub, but the mod. And thank you, because then it saves me. Now, if it's something, little like this too, I never banned. And I'm just letting you guys know, I never banned somebody because of somebody's DMs. Okay. You and that person's DMs has nothing to do with me. That's the reason why it's a private message, is because it's private. So
if there's some things going down in the DMs and you bring it to a streamer's attention,
yeah,
you don't even got to do that. You don't even got to go far.
yeah,
All you got to do is press the ignore button.
yep,
They can't DM you anymore.
yep, or hit the block button. That's what I like to do.
That's
Oh yeah,
that's
the
cool.
ignore button. Yeah. So so just know that, and you might want to follow check someone. They may follow the stream for a long time and are joking around because they know the streamer and
You aren't.
aware. Yeah, well, for me, it's hard for me to follow check because, like I said, like I don't like. Okay, so see this. The
He was talking about mods.
Oh, mods. Okay, mods. I was thinking you talking about the streamer.
He was saying, okay, like say Matt comes in here, right?
Oh yeah.
Comes in my stream, right? And a lot of people don't know Matt, but Matt followed me when I first started.
Yeah.
And say a mod who don't know Matt, Matt makes a joke with me and the mod gets offended.
Yeah.
And straight bans the guy.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? That type of thing can happen.
Oh yeah, like my cousin, cause my cousin who's Goose, he comes in here all the time and he'll be trolling. He'll call me like stupid names, but that's my cousin. A lot of people don't know that's my cousin. So yeah, no, I totally
Yeah,
agree
that's
with you.
why, like you said earlier, you said it perfectly. God is there to diffuse
Right.
problems, not to instigate or immediately lash out.
That's why I feel like the sword, it shouldn't be a sword, it should be a shield. That's what I feel like. It should be a shield, because a lot of people like to, I don't know, they use it to attack, or they think it's, and there is a power in being a mod, but your power is never to attack somebody. Never.
You honestly should want to. You should honestly, as a mod, should want to that being your last. The last thing that you have to do.
Yep.
Because you honestly, if you're doing it and you don't know, you're just doing it for power, you're hurting your stream.
Yep.
If you're just doing it for power because I get to ban somebody, I feel good.
Yeah.
That's not helping.
No, that's
streamer.
Yep.
If you're doing it because you're actually diffusing a situation that could potentially hurt the stream, that's helping the stream. But do it just because you have the power to do it. It's just an abuse of power.
And this is a double-edged sword, because also just modding anybody and everybody is an abuse of power. Because you shouldn't, let me put it like this. You should always, and this is where God's convicted me, right? Because of my situation that happened. He said you should always mod somebody that knows you, your heart, and who you are, and understands your stream and understands why you stream. If that God showed me that, God said if they don't follow those 3 things, you should mod them. And I was like,
So I shouldn't flip a coin.
right, right. You shouldn't flip a coin. You shouldn't mod somebody because they're and I know some people do this, and there's no disrespect to people that do, but you should never mod somebody just because they're famous or anything like that. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, you want to mod somebody that knows you and knows your stream and knows what's going on at your stream better even than that you do sometimes. Because there's sometimes I don't know what's going on in my chat because I'm focused on getting a win in Fortnite, because it's like the final 3, and and half the time that's when something goes down. But Crew Dog knows, I got people that pay attention. Crew Dog, DB, they pay attention, and we may have our disagreements sometimes, but Crew Dog, DB, all my mods know my heart, and they know where I stand, and oh snap, I'm going to be getting unmodded because Handikillcam is pro PS4 squad. Ah! Yeah, my heart. Nah, I'm just kidding. You won't get unmodded, Crew Dog. But you know what I'm saying? So that's another, lifelong streamer tip. Don't mod anybody just because they're cool. And don't mod anybody just because they've been modded in other people's stream. Like, don't get me wrong, I do love the fact that, like, I'm modded in a lot of places. But there's reasons I'm modded in a lot of places just because I'm modded in other places. And I feel that's kind of unfair, because a lot of times I'm not able even to be in that person's stream a lot of times, or like a lot of people's stream sometimes, because of doing the time and all that. And it's like, so half the time I don't mod because, look at it like this: if I don't know what's going on in the stream and I don't know what's going on in like what you have going on, I'm not gonna mod in your stream. I'll be in your stream, but I'm not gonna be the one to drop the hammer, because I don't know what's going on. I don't know who that person is unless that person says, Handy, drop the hammer. In fact, this is how crazy I am. I don't think I've ever banned somebody in somebody else's chat. I don't think I ever have. I don't think I've ever had to. I've timed them out, but I've never had to
this man.
ban.
I mean, being a mod, it's like you have to earn it. You can't just go in and say, okay, you're a mod. There you go.
Yeah.
It has to be earned.
Yeah, like, Crude I just said I have 19 swords. I have 19. I'm modded in 19 places. Oh my Jesus. Huh?
That's because he's the Twitch daddy. He's the GOAT.
No. He's saying I'm modded in 19 places.
Oh, you're modded.
Yeah, I'm modded in 19 places. And I guarantee you, I don't go to all 19 places. You see what I'm saying? And, and that's not a cool thing. Especially if the other mods don't show up, so there's a lot of power that comes with being a mod, and a lot of responsibility just as a streamer, but it's more of a defender. You're a defender of the streamer. You're the defender. You're not the attacker. I don't know. OG, do you have anything to say? He's all quiet.
Well, I mean, you're in a realm that I'm not in.
Right.
So, I mean, you can't expect me to really come up with a lot. I don't have any.
Well, I mean, you have been in a guild before. I mean, it's the same kind of thing if you think about it.
Right. So, I guess this is more education for me. So for when I start streaming in the future, because I mean, I'm sure eventually people are going to be wanting to mod on my channel. Whenever I do it in YouTube and potentially Twitch in the future, who knows? I guess I need to understand, do they actually support my content? How long have they been subscribing for me? How often have they commented? Things like that. I mean, I guess I have to basically learn, okay, I have to be HR basically, which is something I've done for a living before, so I'm kind of used to it. But I had to decide, okay, this person good because yeah, when I start streaming, since I'm going to be doing it on a mobile device, I'm not going to be able to see the chat at all.
Well, there
I
there,
mean,
there there are ways for you to see the
There's
chat.
ways you can see.
Yeah,
There's ways.
there's ways.
okay,
Yeah.
but in the event that I'm off and on, I mean, yes, I'm going to need other people to kind of watch and check things out to make sure everything's on the up and up. So I'm going to be relying on my mods more than likely. If things become bigger than I expect them to be. So this is more education for me than anything else. That I'm more or less the one learning right now, as opposed to the one giving out the advice.
Right, definitely, definitely. And I guess the other advice I would give, well, the other comment I want to make, a lot of times people just want to be a mod in like a popular streamer's stream. It's like, oh, for instance, I'm just using her name because I'm in a room. I'm like, oh, guess what? I'm a mod in Optic Midnight's chat. You know what I mean? But then they just wanted the title just to have the title to say they're a mod there. You know what I mean? And those are another kind of people you don't want to have mod in your chat because they're just fanboys. You don't need,
Didn't
huh?
didn't someone do that? Like when Optic Midnight raided someone, like right as the raid happened, that streamer was like, "Oh, I love you so much. Here, you're gonna be automatically."
I remember that. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
I don't know which streamer it was though, but I remember someone did that
A
when I
lot of
was in the
people, a lot
stream.
of people do that. A lot of people do that, and
Yeah, I've seen that when I got ready.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
immediately made into.
yeah, and then I remember that's why a lot of like partnered streamers they only raid partnered people because they know like nothing bad would really happen in a sense.
yeah, yep. And I guess my next topic on streamer etiquette before we go jump off, because I forgot to bring this up. When you get rated, when you get hosted, acknowledge it. Whether it's 2, whether it's 20, whether it's 8, whether it's 58, whether it's 158, acknowledge it. Because the person goes out of their way to do it. They didn't have to do it. I'm just being real. If you rate somebody, acknowledge it. It doesn't matter if it was 2 viewers. I remember last night, freaking Bezo, we rated somebody. And I mean, it was kind of a small raid. And that person's a big streamer. And they acknowledged Bezoid. And I'm just saying, you got to acknowledge the people that raid you and show you love because if not, you wouldn't be where you're at. And that's just streamer etiquette in my opinion. Um, now if you're busy in a game and whatever, I get it, it's cool, but always, always, always show love to people. That's like getting a sub and not saying anything. That's crazy. Always, 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 always show love to the people that raid you and stuff like that. And that's the end of that. I don't know if anybody else got anything else, but I'm pretty good.
No, I'm good for this week.
Yeah. Oh, I just had. I'm sorry. I was there and you was really. I heard it in your voice and you was like, man. Sorry about that, chat. That was something that happened behind the scenes. But I'm gonna ask Fire Team one more question before we do head out.
All right.
Um, I know you said that you would like to stream your matches. Um, and since you work at GameStop, I wanted to ask this double question. What is one game that you know
I
is
said that,
awesome
Kudo. Go ahead.
that nobody's been picking up?
Hmm, see. If anything, I guess it would be to pre-order. We have it is available an Xbox game preview, but a lot of people don't see the significance of it.
What
Um,
game? Sorry, you cut off.
We Happy Few,
Huh.
because it's like an RPG survival horror game, and it's really good. Like if you look up the trailer, it was supposed to come out this month, but they pushed it back. But I mean, that would probably be one of the games that I really want people to go and pick up because I mean, I didn't really think that game was gonna be fun. I played it on Steam, and I just fell in love with it. It was amazing.
Hmm, I want to check into it because I heard about it. I've I've seen people play it, but I really didn't, you know, really engaged. I was doing something and I had it up in the back.
Right.
Um, but I'm gonna check it out and see what it's about.
Oh, you
Yeah,
can't
just
check
like
it out
the
because you're
fun.
on Xbox.
I can
You can look
still
up a
check it
trailer or
out.
like
I
YouTube.
can still look it
I
up.
mean, it's not just
Oh,
limited to Xbox.
I thought you meant to play it. I thought you well, most of the time when people say check it out, I thought you meant to play it. Well,
Well, it's
there.
available on
I can check
Steam
it
and
out and
Xbox.
then come and tell the viewers about it, what I've seen and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Um,
crew dog, I didn't mean to make you feel like poop. I was just telling you that I said that, buddy. But go ahead. What are you gonna say?
and eventually I did say I was going to get an Xbox
Yeah.
Eventually.
So you can
eventually.
play PUBG with Handy PUBG.
Well, that, and I said that I was going to get it so I can play with grandma. And I'm going to make a These Are Killed You account so I can. It's for a grandpa thing.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun to play with Grandpa. If you haven't played with Grandpa, go play with Grandpa. Killed you, man. He's fun.
I have yet to play with grandpa.
He's
Not
definitely fun.
once.
Don't try to take his loot though. Don't try to take his loot.
They tried to
Don't try to take his loot, man. Man, for sure, for sure. He loves his loot. Definitely, definitely. Well, without further ado, Miss July, it's been awesome. Thank you for being on episode 69 of the OG podcast. Ironically
It's
enough,
been an honor.
it's just been ironic that you just, ironically showed up on episode 69.
Well, if we're gonna go there, no, I'm just kidding.
I mean, hey, I mean, TOS.
Oh my god.
But definitely appreciate, and it's been an honor. Please, guys, go check out Fire Teen, Miss, aka Miss July, if you can. We may have her on the show a few times since she's always got the GameStop scoop.
I
And
mean, I think
GameStop
down.
scoop.
Just let me know.
Yeah, I would love for her to come back because, like I said, I remember meeting you, Stuttermeyer, and I always thought you were
Yeah.
such an awesome person because how much you love gaming, and
Yeah,
how
it's rare to find.
it's rare to find
Love.
that. And
especially
Yeah.
with females, like no, because you're definitely no e-girl, that's for sure. And
Yeah.
like,
Like even at my work, like customers will come in and be like, "Man, you're so motivated. Like, why do you even work here? You should be at like Forever 21." And I'm like, "What?"
be like, I love gaming. That's why.
Yeah.
that's why I love gaming. Shoot.
It's just the toughest part about my job is that when I pay, I try my best to avoid buying stuff from there. That's the hardest part.
Yeah, I know. I keep thinking about buying a Switch.
Buy it. So much fun. It's a good investment.
I know. How much can I
Super Smash Brothers, man. Super Smash Brothers.
how much can I get one pre-owned right now?
$279.99.
It's not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. But without further ado, OG, do you have anything you want to say before you take us out?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Well, guess what? We get to do the OG outro. Go ahead, OG.
OG outro. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for listening to the OG podcast. And thanks to Miss July for showing up and being a part of our crew today. We definitely appreciate you coming down, showing some love, shouting out some folks, and just, making our show better than it is. So we appreciate you being on the show. And everybody else, we'll be here next Wednesday, 10 a.m. Central. And this time, I'll actually be off that day because of my new schedule. So I'll be able to chill a little bit and not have to rush us out like I normally have to.
Hey,
Hey, and then, of course, your boy Handy will be at Able Gamers tomorrow. Check him out. And then, of course, throughout the rest of the week on his own channel, doing his thing. And then, of course, Bezoy, he's now in the scene streaming too. So don't forget to check him out. And then, of course, your boy, that's right, OG Crux, will be streaming soon. I'm actually going to be doing it on Mondays. I haven't figured out the time yet, but that's going to be the day that I will stream. And it may only be for like an hour or so at a time, but, just to kind of get my feet in there, just to kind of see how everything flows. But we'll keep you updated as things go on. And then, don't forget to be there. And I know half of you will be late, which is okay. As long as you show up, I'm all right with that. And for those who'll be listening later on, thank you for checking us out, whether you're on YouTube or any other program like, SoundCloud, because we're still there as well, if I'm not
Stitcher.
mistaken.
Yes, and we are still on
Stitcher,
Stitcher.
yeah, and still on Stitcher. So, thank you guys for listening over there as well. And you guys keep gaming.
Also,
Take it
you're
easy.
going to be on YouTube, right? You forgot to specify YouTube.
Yes, I thought I did. Specifically YouTube. Yes,
Okay.
is where I'm going to go at. I already kind of have an audience there, so I'm going to try that out. And then if things work out as far as the Twitch thing, I may try that too. We'll see.
He's going to Mixer. I'm just kidding.
Hey, that could happen. You
It
never know.
works.
I mean, Miss July might be able to convince me to do it. She's such a great saleswoman. She
I
may
know.
be able to convince me.
She just got half my viewers to go to Mixer. No, I'm just kidding.
Man, I can see my number climbing up.
I know, right? All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Here I am trying to recruit her back into Twitch, and she about to get us on Mixer.
I know. All right, guys. Laters.